Core Hydration believes that wellness is whatever works for you. Find your balance, find your core. Visit Core Hydration. Core Hydration is a proud partner of USA Gymnastics. Winter Cup is brought to you by the Xfinity 10G Network. The future starts now. Don't miss a moment of action from Louisville. Visit USA Gymnastics YouTube channel for complete coverage, live and on demand, of all Winter Cup competitions. Let your family and friends relive all the best moments of Winter Cup, Elite Team Cup, and Winter Cup. All streaming free on the USA Gymnastics YouTube channel. Nike, proudly supporting the athletes of today and inspiring the ones of tomorrow. Nike, the official partner of USA Gymnastics. Good evening and welcome to the 2024 Winter Cup here at Kentucky International Convention Center in Louisville, Kentucky, USA. It's the final session of competition featuring the nation's top senior and junior men. They're all here in Louisville for their second and final session of competition. The juniors competing in their individual apparatus finals, the seniors competing in their all-around and event finals, and all of them driving forth with the goal of earning a spot on Team USA. And now, the gymnasts that are here to compete in the 2024 Men's Winter Cup. Starting competition off on floor for Evo, Curran Phillips. For Evo, Alex Diab. For Ohio State, Cameron Nelson. For Evo, Shane Wiskus. For Evo, Brody Malone. For Evo, Ian Sandoval. And for Evo, Stephen Netarasic. Starting off on pommel horse for Penn State, Joshua Carnes. For Stanford boys, Evan Hymanson. For Illinois, Brandon Dang. For Penn State, Matt Cormier. For Air Force, Patrick Hoops. For Penn State, Michael Artlip. And for Air Force, Garrett Broughton. Starting off on rings for Michigan, Cameron Bach. For Michigan, Javier Alfonso. For Nebraska-Lincoln, Taylor Christopoulos. For Michigan, Landon Blixt. For Cypress Academy, Caden Clinton. For Nebraska-Lincoln, Toby Liang. For Michigan, Crew Bold. Starting off on vault for 5280, Yoel Moldauer. For Oklahoma, Fuzzy Bennis. For 5280, Dallas Hale. For Oklahoma, Ignacio Yockers. For Army, Jaden Blank. For Oklahoma, Jack Freeman. And for Salto, Donnell Wittenberg. Starting off on parallel bars for Stanford, Brandon Nguyen. For Cal Berkeley, Noah Neufeld. For Stanford, Ian Gunther. For Stanford, Blake Soon. For Stanford, Riley Luce. For Stanford, Jeremy Bischoff. For Stanford, Taylor Burkhardt. And qualifying for tonight's Junior Men's Event Finals at last night's Elite Team Cup, Cody Tokunaga, Hassan Idogdu, Kieran Mandava, Xander Hong, Nathan Roman, Ty Rodriguez, Wyatt Reynolds, Justin Park, Evan Winstead, Michael Shiner, Connor Heary, Sasha Boganyosuk, Nathan Underhill, David Ramirez, Alex Karadzoff, Jesse Haney, Janotske Ey, Ethan Cox, Maxim Can, Kyle Jordan, Gage Kyle, Nick Cruz, Danila Lakin, and Adam Lacombe. These are the senior and junior men competing in the 2024 Winter Cup. At this time, we invite you to please rise, remove your hats, and direct your attention to our nation's colors for the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. Gymnasts may now prepare for competition in today's Winter Cup for senior and junior men.
We're gonna breathe. Yep, just breathe. You and me, breathing together. If you can control your breathing, you can control your run.
Come see the stars of USA Gymnastics at the 2024 Core Hydration Classic, May 17th and 18th at the Excel Center in Hartford. Cheer on Olympic medalists and world champions as they compete for a trip to the national championships. Watch the excitement when Team USA's future legends take the stage. Tickets on sale now. Visit CoreHydrationClassic.com for more information.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years. When I have customers come in and ask for something for memory, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works, and I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good for me. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription.
Come see Gymnastics' biggest stars at the 2024 Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships, May 30th to June 2nd at Dickies Arena in Fort Worth. Don't miss the excitement as U.S. gymnasts continue down the road to Paris 2024, where Olympians, world champions, and new stars vie for national titles and a spot at the Olympic trials. Tickets on sale now. Visit usgymchampionships.com for more information.
Beam Queens! I'm so excited to welcome you to the world's best beam party, where you'll get the opportunity to work with Olympians, NCAA champions, All-Americans, and other gymnastics experts. I mean, could you imagine never falling off the beam again? We'll teach you the triple threat to make that happen. We have 5 rotations each day to work on your skills, drills, choreography, and mental training. You'll even get to work with a judge so you can earn those extra tenths next season. So if you want to make new friends, gain confidence, and join the greatest gymnastics community in the world, Beam Queen is the place for you.
Welcome to Louisville, Kentucky and the Kentucky International Convention Center. This is day 2 of the Winter Cup. We will be picking not us, Sam Peshek.
You wish, John.
We will not be picking the national team, but it will be selected. Some members of the national team will be selected today, and the all-around champion for the Winter Cup. I am John Roethlisberger, and as I mentioned, I'm joined by Olympic medalist Sam Peshek. Sam, we saw some great gymnastics on the first day of competition, but it's also a Winter Cup, so these athletes aren't perfect.
Yeah, I think it's really important to explain just how early in the season of an Olympic year. I mean, this is the first step to qualify to the Olympic Games. So I don't want to diminish the importance of what this meet means, but to compete 2 times in one weekend this early, it's tough on the body and it's really tough in the mind. So today, it's all about the mental strength. Can you make these routines 2 times in a weekend? And that's really what I'm going to be looking for the athletes competing here today.
So trying to build that bucket of if you will, influence to the judges and the selection committee that, hey, I should be on the Olympic team, and that bucket starts to get filled here at the Winter Cup. And a gentleman who really filled that bucket day 1 was Shane Wiskus. He is our Prevagen memorable moment from this day 1 of competition. He was the top all-arounder, and he kind of looked like the old Shane Wiskus that made that sharp.
Yeah, and he said that this is the best he's felt since Tokyo. He's sitting first place on floor with a 14.55, and again, is sitting in first place in the all-around by 4/10 ahead of Yule Moldauer. But, John, you and I both know just how amazing of a competitor Yule can be. So Shane cannot let up even just a little bit today, because both of these athletes, along with Cameron Bach, who's sitting in 3rd place, are going to give Shane a run for his money.
And there is Yule Moldauer sitting in 2nd place, about 4/10, in fact, exactly 4/10 behind Shane Wiskus. And I'll tell you what, Yule is a competitor, and he's a fun guy to talk to. He's a fun guy to watch compete. He wears his heart on his sleeve. And again, not the be-all, end-all in 2024, the Winter Cup and the Winter Cup all-around title, but Yule Moldauer, he wants that title again. He won it last year, and he would absolutely love to repeat.
Listen, I don't like to play favorites, but
sure
something that I love about Yule Moldauer is that he's just always on. There's not an off switch to him, which sometimes he has to be forced to take rest, but he will do whatever it takes for the team. He has such a team-first mentality, and it really shows up on the teams he's on and through his gymnastics.
Scored a 14.35 here yesterday. It was an outstanding vault, a 2.5 twist.
Oh,
he did that yesterday.
It was like copy and paste. And John, you and I both know that sometimes in gymnastics, when you hit a perfect routine, that's what you say, copy and paste. And it's really hard to do the same thing 2 days in a row.
Josh Carnes now from Penn State over on Pommel Horse. I want to see what the judges give that vault. It starts at a 15.2. It should be a 15, but it won't be, and it's going to make me mad, Sam. Josh Carnes, an outstanding up-and-coming, I shouldn't say up-and-coming because he's already here, but really somebody that's going to be a big part of the future of USA Gymnastics. It's loaded with skills like that flare sequence right there. That's the Sohn, invented by a former Penn State Nittany Lion, Mark Sohn.
He scored a 13.35 on day 1, sitting in 10th place. So the question is, will this increase his standings on that event?
Absolutely. That 13.35 for him, not a score he is used to. He can do much better. Here's Fuzzy Bennis.
Also had an incredible landing. I don't know what's in the water over there on vault, but I want some of that. Dang, that is incredible. 2 for 2. For the first 2 vault competitors, very impressive.
Yeah, they got a 14.5 for Yule Moldauer's vault, and I just replayed it. I have the ability to run a replay here. It's an absolute travesty. I'm being honest. They found 7/10 in deductions on Yule's vault.
Well, we did.
7/10, Sam.
People should know that we tried to crash the judges' meeting earlier, and we were not allowed. So maybe this is why. It's because you're calling it a travesty.
Yeah, well, one thing they did is they're consistent. Fuzzy Bennis, who I don't think his vault was quite as clean as Yule's in the air, but also stuck the landing of 14.4. So consistency probably more important than accuracy, because that wasn't accurate. All right? They're going to come at me for that one.
You heard it first.
It's okay. I'll survive. Dallas Hale now getting ready to go on the vault. Comes out of 52.80 gymnastics, trains with Yule Moldauer. Josh Carnes over on pommel horse, a 13.45. 8.15 in execution. Thought he might get a little bit higher there, although, the judges typically are going to find a 1.5 off of a horse routine that looks really clean, so that's probably going to be consistently judged there as well.
Now, this was Dallas Hale's best event on day one. He scored a 14.35, and it's definitely an area where he can improve just a little bit, but it's already, oh no.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. It looked like his hand slipped.
Yeah, it did.
He's shaking that hand out a little bit.
Man, it hurts when you crunch your fingers like that.
We're going to find out what happened on that. Yeah, he crunched for sure coming onto that vault table. Unfortunate.
What does it mean when you say crunch, John?
You know what I mean, Sam. You come in, you can't quite extend your arms all the way out. They come in bent, and you jam into that horse. You're not far enough away from the vault table. You want to be arm's length away so you can get a good block, and he was just too close. Now Cameron Nelson from Ohio State on floor exercise. A bit of a disappointing day on day one. Talked to his coaches a little bit before the competition, and just a few things he didn't think he was rewarded for, that he did perform well, and that kind of takes the wind out of your sails. He is a tremendous gymnast, especially on this event with that.
Oh, wow. I gotta say, that is a highlight for me. How many flips was that, John?
That was 3. That was a triple back. Wow. And I talked to his coaches about the triple back, and they said it's just not worth it. They hammer him. The judges hammer him so hard on it. But
are we sure that they know he did 3 flips?
I hope that, well, there you go. I hope they do, because that was awesome to see. One of the most difficult skills done on the floor exercise.
Well, he was really looking to get back on the national team, so lucky for him, this is a 2-day competition, so he's wanting to better his scores from day one. He was the NCAA floor exercise bronze medalist last year, so this is a strong event for him.
And he did not do pommel horse yesterday, so he doesn't really show up in the all-around standings, obviously. But another thing to keep in mind, there is a point system here at the Winter Cup as Cameron Nelson continues his floor routine. Nice combination pass there. There's a point system, so if you're in the top 10 on any event, you get points for that finish. Little hop at the last pass, but otherwise a good routine. So you get points. The top 5 point getters after the top 5 all-arounders automatically make the national team. Here's one more look. Count them.
Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3.
Easily.
Wow.
Brings that around.
There's not that many skills that I would have loved to do that are like bucket list skills. A triple back is definitely one of them, man.
Popularized by...
The ship has sailed.
Yeah, Valerie Lukin. I believe that skill is named for Nastia Lukin's dad. Okay, so those of you who are wondering.
Ever heard of her?
But he did it on like little foam pad floor. No, none of this big spring floor stuff. As we see Blake Soon now from Stanford, outstanding parallel bar worker. Did have some trouble yesterday, though. Oh! And he had trouble on that skill yesterday. Didn't come off the bars.
What went wrong, John?
He's supposed to go to 1 bar on that. And then from that 1 bar, he does a Healy twirl down, but he didn't get enough support on that 1 rail, but he still went for the Healy twirl down. The Healy twirl being a full spin on 1 arm back to support.
I love covering men's gymnastics because for those watching, you obviously know how different it is from women's gymnastics. And I really learn a lot by, sitting here with you, John, and just taking it all in because it's incredible the amount of strength you have to have.
And there it was again. Now he should go to support on that Healy down. He went to upper arms, which is what he did yesterday. Curran Phillips, who's an outstanding parallel bar worker, the best in the country, maybe the best in the world on that event. Him and Blake have this friendly rivalry because Blake is right up there amongst the best on this event. And Curran got the best of him day one, and if he can hit this today, he's going to get the best of him again, unfortunately. Not Blake's weekend on this event.
Blake did have a decent day one, though. He had a 14-2, 6-1 difficulty, pretty tough sitting in 7th place. But unfortunately, that fall is not going to help him in the standings. And here's our current all-around winner coming into day 2, Shane Wiskus. We just need to rinse and repeat exactly what Yule is trying to do, and he showed up strong in that first event, so Shane's got to bring it here.
Yeah, keep in mind a 14.5 for Yule Moldauer on that first event. That means Shane needs a 14.1 to have a share of the lead. Better than that will give him sole possession. Nice double twisting double. Little low on the shoulders on the landing there. Day 1, he got a 14.55 on this event, so certainly capable.
Yeah, and that 14.55, John, is him sitting in first place on floor. So really big opportunity for him to capitalize and take advantage of that first place spot on floor early on in the competition.
And I think a lot of people have been watching Shane over the last couple of years, since those Tokyo Games where he made that team, did an outstanding job that year, but they've been watching him kind of waiting, when is that next level Shane going to show up? And he's been battling so many different injuries, and really, like you mentioned, Sam, feels as good as he's felt since those Tokyo Games, and it's showing today. We've kind of been waiting. Is this the time? Is this the time? Well, hopefully Shane can keep this rolling as he heads into the U.S. Championships and trials later this year.
Yeah, and it's important. The name of the game is staying healthy this year, both for the women's side and for the men's side. He had a back injury, a shoulder injury, and the fact that he's coming on a clean slate and he feels so great, that speaks volumes to the training he's put in the fall.
So Patrick Hoops, this is an interesting story here. He is a specialist on pommel horse out of the Air Force Academy, trying to make the national team based on a single event. If he can win and have a start value that's amongst the highest in the world from the last World Championships finals, he will automatically make the national team. And he's trying to chase down Steven Netarasic, who is the current leader on this event. But this is fantastic gymnastics. Look at the extension, the toe point. And just a marathon routine. It's going to come down to the dismount. How clean can he pull this dismount up to a handstand? A little bit slow there, but that was pretty darn good. He's going to put some pressure on Netarasic, Sam.
Yeah, you want to remember his name. He could be the next pommel Olympic champion or world champion. That's what I'm hearing.
Now here's Riley Luce, 5th place in the all-around after day 1.
Another athlete that's really trying to break through and make his mark for this year. He's pretty established and definitely could contribute on multiple events, so needs to be consistent.
He is currently a member of the U.S. national team, trying to maintain that status. Stanford University is almost the national team by themselves. So many athletes from that team currently on the U.S. national.
Riley is sitting in 5th place in the all-around.
And that was well done. Big hop on that landing, probably a 3/10 hop on that dismount. But you're out of the gate, hit that first routine, and then try to build. Now over to pommel horse. Michael Artlip from Penn State. Patrick Hoops, a 14.75. I got to say, I thought it would be higher. I thought it was a better routine than he did day 1. But he will push Steven Netarasic to hit his routine. But right now, Michael Artlip.
He doesn't have quite as high difficulty as the routine we just saw. And it's another opportunity for him to improve his execution. What are the judges looking for on this event, John?
Well, you want to keep those hips as stretched as possible. Obviously, feet together. Keep the legs straight, and you want to keep it moving right there up to the handstand. He's slowed down. That'll be a deduction. Hanging out on one pommel. If you see a skill on one pommel for a long period of time, the longer they're hanging out there, the more difficulty generally it's going to be. Travels from one end of the horse to the other end of the horse. And then just that smooth, clean swing.
Toby Liang up next on high bar. Rings. We were so zoomed in.
Tricking us.
It was a little magic trick there.
Toby's currently a freshman at the University of Nebraska, but he's out of Roswell, Georgia. I had a chance to see him many times over the years. He's been to my camp and watched him grow up, and he's a tremendous athlete. athlete.
One of those younger athletes that we're going to keep an eye out on. This is actually the event where he has the least amount of difficulty, which means execution is even more important for him.
Riley Luce, a 13.25 for his parallel bar routine. Not a great score for him at a 14.1 day one. Tough 1.5 twisting double back dismount, blind landing. Don't see the landing or the mat until your feet are on it, but handles it well. Good routine. Michael Artlip from Penn State on pommel horse, a 12.5. Shane Wiskus on floor exercise, Sam, a 13.95.
Wow.
Same start value, but they evaluated his execution 0.5 lower.
Yeah,
0.6 lower than they did day one, and he did have some low shoulders and some hops, but man, that's a big difference.
Yeah, I was going to say he was a little bit more precise on those landings on day one. That's where I see the most amount of deductions there.
Taylor Burkhart from Stanford chalking up the parallel bars, but here's moments ago Donnell Wittenberg on vault.
Oh.
That same vault we saw from Fuzzy Bennis and Yul Moldauer, not quite as clean, obviously, and a 13.55 for Donnell on that vault. Donnell capable of a much more difficult vault, the most difficult vault in the world, the Rise Kwan. A double flipping, full twisting Sukahara, but he's not doing it right now. Hopefully we will see that again later this year. Here's Taylor Burkhart. Saw Taylor before the competition. I said, how you feeling today? He said, good. I go, what are we going to see? He goes, same, but better.
I love the confidence. That's the kind of swag these guys need to have coming into the second day. Because, listen, look at how many strength moves they're doing. They're not...
And Taylor's one of those guys. So he's got 30 seconds to remount. However, 30 seconds starts after he gets up from the mat. So they give you that extra time. You can see Tom talking to the judges about credit. Does he need to do the skill again? What did he get credit for? What didn't he get credit for?
And I was just in the middle of saying that it's even more important to come in with swag because they are so tired. They're not necessarily used to competing twice in one weekend yet in the season. So the fact that this is really the first big test of endurance and longevity and really testing their mental fortitude here.
So he's got to get back up. And this is big for Taylor because he's actually second in the point standings. If you take out the top 5 all-arounders, he is the second highest point getter from day one. Top 5 point getters automatically make the national team. He was also 10th all-around, so in striking distance to the top 5, but this fall on parallel bars could be costly for him.
Yeah, we've seen a good amount of falls early in this competition, John, and I don't think we saw that many on day one, or at least the ones that they showed. So, it might just be who can stay on the equipment here.
It is a long competition, and one mistake does not necessarily take you out of it, especially at the Winter Cup. So first rotation is done. A lot of great action yet to come. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in Lexington, Louisville, actually, when we come back.
Where are we, John?
Huh. Internet's out.
Want to hear a fun fact? Elbows are impossible to lick. I meant your own elbows.
Don't let bad internet ruin the game. Switch to the Xfinity 10G network and stream with ultra-low lag.
Wish you would have been more specific about your elbow.
Because it's only live once. Xfinity.
The U.S. Olympic team trials are coming to Minneapolis in June 2024.
This is the hardest team in the entire world to make.
They have dreamed of going to the Olympic Games.
See the best U.S. gymnasts compete to make the Olympic team.
And now, it all comes down to this.
Tickets are on sale now. Visit USAGymOlympicTrials.com or scan the QR code to learn more now.
There's no ordinary in gymnastics. Gymnasts have to fly above and beyond normal, and so does everyone around them. Every stitch we make here at GK is geared toward helping athletes reach higher, think bigger, and accomplish more. This extraordinary approach shows in our beautiful handcrafted, made in the USA leotard designs. Gymnasts sense the difference in the quality, fit, and function of a GK Leo. GK, be extraordinary.
Keep going. Keep working. Keep climbing. And always keep playing. With the exceptional orthopedic care at Baptist Health, with a skilled team of dedicated specialists, along with advanced services and procedures, it's no wonder most people choose us to help them keep moving and doing the things that move them. Find a Baptist Health provider today.
Back to the Kentucky International Convention Center. It's the last competition of the weekend. We've seen such great gymnastics. Here's the leaderboard. After rotation 1 for senior men, day 2, Yul Moldauer overtakes Shane Wiskus, coming in that first place spot. He's at a 98.95. Shane is 98.80. And Cameron Bach rounding out the top 3 with a 96.6. But it's still early in the competition. There's a lot more gymnastics to come. And here's the junior leaderboard. We're going to get more into why they're here, but the high bar standings, Danila Lakin with the 13.967, Kyle Jordan, and rounding out that top 3, Kieran Mendava. Luckily for us, we have another special guest for you guys, Raj Bhavsar. He is the developmental program director for the men's side, and we just saw the leaderboard for the juniors. Why are we talking about them? Why are they in this competition, competing with the seniors?
So this is the Junior Winter Cup event finals, so to speak. So the seniors are doing the all-around, but the juniors are here doing individual events. So they're contending for titles on individual events. They qualified in through the Elite Team Cup, which was yesterday.
Nice. Who won? What region? It's a regional team competition, right?
Yes, Region 3.
Yeah. What region were you in when you competed?
I was Region 3.
Oh, wow. Aren't you lucky? I was Region 4. I heard they got 7th.
Yeah. That's good. If you're here competing, it's good.
7th out of 8, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
everyone fought hard.
I know. I love my region. Go Region 4. So, Raj, give us, kind of your take on the U.S. men right now, and you're part of that developmental program too. Not just what we're seeing in 2024 and what we can expect from the seniors, but also, the state of the union for the future going into 2028.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Our future is bright. The same way that the seniors have been pushing difficulty, that message also was carried over to the juniors. We do it safely. We've instituted a bonus table, and a lot of these juniors now are doing senior level skills already at their age. It's pretty cool. I'm very, very excited for their future.
Quickly, Shane Wiskus is getting ready to start his second event here on Pommel Horse, scoring a 13.45 day 1. What do you think, Raj? Can he better that score?
I think he can. Pommel Horse is, the name of the game, John. You got to swing big.
Stay on, man.
Yep, stay on, be tight.
Shane's been working hard on this event, and the biggest thing he can improve on, I think, from day 1 is just cleaning it up. His knees a little bit, his feet, his circle starts to get a little lower as the routine goes on.
His execution score was a 7.75, which is the lowest of all the events in terms of his execution score. So pointed out where he can improve, John.
Well, he just hit the end of the horse there and his legs came apart. But also keep in mind, horse is a low execution score event and little struggle there. I do believe he was supposed to pirouette that dismount, so I do not think he's going to get that 13.45. I feel like day one was a little bit better, but Raj, pommel horse, right? Just there's so many skills, so many opportunities for deductions as we see Taylor Kostopoulos from Nebraska.
Yeah, there are. Just like you said, so many variables. You've got to be really present when you're on pommel horse and stay on.
I'll never forget 2008. I know you won't forget it either. You guys were both there.
What happened that year?
But yeah, so it came down to pommel horse for the U.S. men. The dogged U.S. men, the scrappy, the battlers as Landon Blix goes to vault from Michigan. But I'm going to talk about 2008. Oh, unfortunate landing. You guys coming down to the end. Horse has been the nemesis. You've got Sasha Artemev, the big swinger, but inconsistent, I think is a fair thing to say. And then you go up there. Was it Kevin Tan? Didn't he compete?
Kevin Tan.
Kevin Tan, the ring man.
Yes.
Goes up.
Yep.
And then you're a good pommel horse swinger, but I don't think you'd say, world's best pommel horse swinger, but good, but solid.
Perfect assessment.
Fair.
Yeah.
This is the interview of honesty here,
and so,
John.
Brody Malone right here. We gotta talk about Brody, but we'll talk about the finish of that because I want to know what it was like boots on the ground.
Sure.
But how about this story, Raj?
Yeah,
this comeback.
Incredible. I'm so proud of what he's done, and I think he's ahead of where everyone thought. It's just so good to see him competing. He definitely helps the team in many areas. Just a great gymnast.
Well, after day one, he's ranked 5th on this event. Has a 6.0 start value.
And Brody is in the hunt in the points total, actually 3rd in the points to try to make that national team. So not doing all around, doing 3 events, but how about that?
Really good routine.
How about Brody Malone? I don't know if I've seen him do a better pommel horse routine.
A lot of poise. He just looked like he had it, right? Start to finish.
I saw him before the competition, and he just gave me that look of, I'm going to be on today. So
nice.
Wasn't surprised. Hayden Clinton quickly on vault.
Nice job. Now, I was told before the competition, Caden won 4 national JO national championships.
Yeah.
The only gymnast to ever do that?
He's got an amazing history as a junior athlete, and now he's, you got to eventually get out into the big boy pool here, and that's what he's doing.
Shane Wiskets, by the way, a 12.25, but disappointing score for Shane, I'm sure. But Brody Malone, a 14.25.
That's really good.
I mean, how nice would that be at an international competition to put that number up? That's a very good score.
And he's one of the first guys that we've seen today in this competition that we're showing who has bettered his score from day one. So I think that says a lot about his mental game. And I don't know about you guys, but oftentimes when I had an injury, it was the perfect time to really work on your visualization, work on honing in on that mental fortitude we talk about. What about you guys?
Yeah, anytime I was injured, it's a terrible feeling, right? But got to look for the opportunity. How do I get ahead? How do I come out of the injury and actually level up somewhere? And so that's what my target always was when I was injured.
This is Nathan Underhill. Speaking of Region 4, comes out of Region 4, made it again today on the floor finals from the Elite Team Cup last night.
What's the goal for these junior athletes coming in here? Is it to beat the seniors? Is it to gain experience? Is it all the above? What are they going for?
Yeah, it's a little bit all of the above. What's really cool is we don't get a lot of opportunities where the juniors and seniors get to share the floor together. So I think that's one of the coolest things outside of going for the individual titles is you've got the future generation sharing the floor with the current generation. And we've done that even at national team camps, and the culture that's built from that is a pretty special thing.
So you finish on pommel horse, and you guys clinch the bronze medal. What is going through your mind? What were you guys talking about? Did you think it was possible? What was that moment like?
Qualified to regionals.
the word surrender, because that, like, the amount of pressure there. And I remember going up to the pommel horse, and right directly in front of me are the cameras for NBC, and I see the red light go on, and then one side of my brain is thinking, there's the whole world watching, and everything is on the line, and it's pommel horse, right? So, like you said, I didn't have the greatest pommel horse set, but I did stay on. There was just nothing that was going to take me off that horse. I actually trained. It was a unique story. I trained for that moment back in the gym. So it's one of those stories where visualization and setting up something, you never know when it's going to come true. That exact setup came true at the Olympics. It's pretty crazy.
That's awesome. I think we all imagine that moment growing up as a kid, even as we're adults. Now, let's get focused on this guy, Steven Nedorosek, world champion on this event at one point, leading the competition here after day one, trying to automatically qualify himself onto the national team. We talked about hoops in that first rotation, pushing him a little bit. Got to hit his routine. Doesn't have to be perfect, but if he stays on, he should get that spot.
Well, he got a huge score, 15-2 in first place after day one. What are you seeing, Raj?
He increased his difficulty from day one, so those one...
Oh my goodness. Maybe the strategy not ideal. A 29-6 is the total score for Patrick Hoops.
You know, and this was really important for him to show the selection committee that he could be consistent 2 competitions in a row. He had a rough year, making a few mistakes in those pressure situations. So it's really important for him to finish strong.
He needed a 14-4 and did some quick math. Not totally impossible for him to get a 14-4 with the fall, to be honest with you. Yeah. But he's got to be absolutely perfect the rest of the way. Maybe throw in a couple more skills while you're at it.
Yeah. It was a good finish.
I mean, it was really good other than that.
Man.
But you're right, Sam. This event's important for him, and especially in an Olympic year.
Donnell Wittenberg now on the parallel bars. We saw him on vault. Not the greatest vault that he has done. Certainly trying to make an impression here early in 2024 as well. A guy, Raj, that you talk about just skills and difficulty.
Yes.
I don't know that there's anybody that's got more than this man right here.
Yeah, in fact, I think his difficulty is one of the highest in the world, his all-around difficulty. He's exactly that. He can do it all.
Well, he's coming into day 2 ranked 9th on this event.
So far, really good routine.
Front half, the air time, absolutely insane.
I mean, he is just such a powerful athlete and brings that to every event. It's so impressive how much his gymnastics stands out.
And also a good leader. You know, we've gotten to go to national team camps with him, and he's really taken the younger generation under his wing. It's really cool to see.
That's awesome. And he is in the hunt for the points total, not currently in the top 5, or wasn't after day 1, 6th all around. So he's right there, close, but he's also right there in the points total. So a couple of options for Donnell Wittenberg to get back on that national team. And with a guy with that type of difficulty, just has to hit his gymnastics. Looks like Josh Carnes getting ready to go on the still rings. He will be the last gymnast to go there. Steven Nedorosek, here it is, a 14.25. And that means that he will be 1 spot behind Patrick Hoops, 0.15.
Man, that's tough.
On the national team versus not. And that is heartbreaking for Steven Nedorosek, but euphoria if you are Patrick Hoops. He came out and did his job, put some pressure on the guy, and that's the name of the game, man. You got to give him credit. He looked fantastic.
Very much so.
Yul Moldauer.
Your leader.
A guy that we have been saying his name for years and years and years, since 2016 to be exact. He has been competing and winning medals and really on top, and a guy that never stops. What do you like about this routine?
I mean, Yul is known for his elegance, right? And this is an explosive P-bar routine, medal-worthy, in fact, you know, and what I love is you can see how much he loves competition and the way he approaches all of his gymnastics.
Well, he's ranked second coming into day 2.
Made the finals at the World Championships on this event. How did he make that Healy down just sideways? And I remember at the Worlds he did it similarly, and I don't know what it is. He makes it, but it puts you on the edge of your seat.
I think his experience worked for him there.
He adjusts so quickly. You know, that's really the mark of a veteran athlete, that it's never going to go perfect every time, but how quickly can you adjust and pull it back on with the minimal amount of deductions?
And he is set to pull away from Shane Wiskus. Shane just a 12.25, remember, on pommel horse. And that is what Mule's known for quite a few things. The hairdo, definitely one of them. But sticking landings is definitely his MO. You know, he reminds me a little of you, Raj, in that fiery kind of leadership personality. Brought it from college. Oklahoma, you're the same way. I feel like there's a little bit of a parallel there.
Who do you think we learned it from?
Blaine Wilson. Now on to high bar. Brandon Wynn from Stanford.
He scored a 13.05, so definitely room for improvement here on the execution side of things.
Big release. It's a call. I mean, that looked like magic. It looked like his hand went through the bar. It looked like he was there. I don't know, these guys nowadays, and I don't know if you did the Kovacs and the Colemans and all that stuff.
I did.
I mean, 2, 3 in a routine.
Yeah.
I mean, you stood on the podium and had to raise your hand thinking about doing that. I couldn't fathom getting up in a pressure situation and doing one of those. You did it. I mean, what are you thinking about?
During every national...
Back up. For everyone listening, what's a Kovac?
That was the full twisting double back over the bar right there. Yep. Thanks, Sam.
The Coleman.
That was a Coleman. Kovacs is a double back over. Yep.
Yeah, so basically during every national anthem, I would pray for my safety that I just end up alive at the end, and it was mainly because of high bar, and it's mainly because of those releases. They are high flying, they're risky, but they're fun.
It's funny you mention that. I used to pray for my safety too, and I didn't do those releases. I'm like, just get me through healthy, get me through safely, and hitting routines would be great too. Yeah.
We got Kovacs, we got Colemans over here, but what really are the judges looking for?
Kovacs and Colemans?
Yes. Staying on the bar, right? Athletes now do 5 releases, some of them in a routine, and handstands are the most important in all the angles. How do you catch the skills? How close are they to handstand as well?
Those handstands you want to see in the vertical position.
That's right.
And that's tough on high bar, uneven bars for women, high bar for men to hit those handstand positions. That's where the deductions rack up too.
Yes.
You can see a routine that looked perfect. And if they did 3 handstands that were 25 degrees off, you're talking about almost a point off in deductions potentially. We go over to the floor exercise here.
So he is capable of doing a triple back. He's a junior. I don't know if he's going to do it. Let's see if he does it, because it is an event finals. He does have the mat down there, so check this out.
Gage Kyle. 1, 2, 3.
There it is.
And you can see his coach, Spencer Johnson, in the background.
Ooh. This is big time gymnastics.
This is a junior.
Wow.
I remember my first JOs, I did a back full on floor Raj, and I missed it. I mean, that just puts in perspective the dark ages. Oh, my Lord. Uh-oh, a little trouble on maybe one of his easier skills now. Come on.
Running out of gas a little bit.
Yeah, these guys are going 2 days in a row, so that's impressive for him to do this on day 2.
And it was just last night, right?
Oh, no.
Definitely ran out of gas there a little bit.
To make the triple back and to not get your feet under you on a 2.5.
I love how he skips the back handspring. We don't need no back handsprings.
It's actually harder to skip a back handspring because a lot of times athletes need the momentum of a back handspring to get as much amplitude.
Not Gage. Here's one more look at this triple back. I mean, he takes this thing up.
Yeah, that is huge.
That is amazing.
Bring those knees together a little bit, I think. He's ready. Or pike it. Why not pike it? All right, Raj. It's Been a pleasure, man. See, you were worried about this. This was painless, right? It's not like the dentist.
Well, you guys make it easy. This is fun.
We're supposed to be having fun.
Yeah.
If we're not having fun, they're not going to have fun. Any parting words you would like to share with the audience? Any predictions for 2024? How are the men? You want to call it? You want to say there's guarantee a medal right now at the Olympics? You want to just put your reputation on the line? Maybe your job too?
I'd actually like you to give the momentum speech.
Yeah, well, okay, so that's what I was going to talk about. I think we've waited a long time. There's been a lot of changes, not just administratively, but also culturally within our senior and junior program. And for the first time in a long time, the U.S. men have one of the greatest things in sports, momentum, right? And when momentum is working in your favor, it's working behind you, got to capitalize on it, and that's what these guys got to do. We look really good as a team, just refine a little bit. We've caught up in D score, and now it's going to be that other piece, E score. And we packaged together a good meet in Paris. We'll be very happy.
Well, I'm going to say what he did, and we're going to guarantee a medal. I'm going to do it for him. We're going to be on the podium. They're going to be on the podium. Them, the U.S. men. The U.S. men will be on the podium. Raj, the only bad part about having you on is there was no bobsar down on parallel bars. See, I told you it's not. They're everywhere, but sometimes you just don't get it. Raj invented the bobsar if you didn't gather that. Well, Raj, thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy the rest of the competition, and we'll be seeing you soon.
Thank you both.
Thanks, Raj.
Rotation 2 is in the books. Rotation 3 coming up. Don't go away.
We're going to breathe. Yep, just breathe. You and me, breathing together. If you can control your breathing, you can control your run.
Come see the stars of USA Gymnastics at the 2024 Core Hydration Classic, May 17th and 18th at the Excel Center in Hartford. Cheer on Olympic medalists and world champions as they compete for a trip to the national championships. Watch the excitement when Team USA's future legends take the stage. Tickets on sale now. Visit CoreHydrationClassic.com for more information.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years. When I have customers come in and ask for something for memory, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works, and I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good for me. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription.
Come see Gymnastics' biggest stars at the 2024 Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships, May 30th to June 2nd at Dickies Arena in Fort Worth. Don't miss the excitement as U.S. gymnasts continue down the road to Paris 2024, where Olympians, world champions, and new stars vie for national titles and a spot at the Olympic trials. Tickets on sale now. Visit usgymchampionships.com for more information.
Hello, Beam Queens! I'm so excited to welcome you to the world's best beam party, where you'll get the opportunity to work with Olympians, NCAA champions, All-Americans, and other gymnastics experts. I mean, could you imagine never falling off the beam again? We'll teach you the triple threat to make that happen. We have 5 rotations each day to work on your skills, drills, choreography, and mental training. You'll even get to work with a judge so you can earn those extra tenths next season. So if you want to make new friends, gain confidence, and join the greatest gymnastics community in the world, Beam Queen is the place for you.
Welcome back to the senior men's competition. This is day 2, the last and final day of the men's competition. Let's check out the junior leaderboard. Of course, we learned from Raj that there's some juniors getting experience competing at that senior level. In first place, Kyle Jordan. Second place is Junisuke Iwai. And in third place, rounding out the top three, is Sasha. You got to help me with this last one, John. Vagonasek. These are tough names to finish out the top three, but they are doing such a good job. I'm loving all the difficulty we're seeing from these junior guys bringing it for the seniors. And here's the leaderboard for the senior division. Yul Moldauer holding on to that first place spot, and right behind him is Shane Wiskus. And of course, in the third place spot, Cameron Bach has just been holding on to that third place spot. Put together a really great vault and is hoping to keep that momentum going.
Yeah, Shane had a 4/10 lead over Yul coming in just 2 events, and it's just more than flip-flopped. Shane now trails 3.3 behind Yul Moldauer. So, I mean, that is a lot of traveling in just 2 events. Now, granted, Shane did pommel horse, which is not his best event, but both his first 2 events for Shane, his floor and his pommel horse, much lower scoring than day 1. So a lot of work to do if he wants to catch Yul, and Yul just seems like he is on a tear for an elder statesman. Can I say that? Elder statesman in the sport of men's gymnastics. He looks like he's 18 years old out there, just never stops.
We talk about this competition right now between Shane Wiskus and Yul, and I can't help but think about what Shane told us about how he's just been doing a lot better because he's been in a mental headspace, enjoying the journey, taking the pressure off, not worrying about winning, losing, and that kind of clarity just really helps him compete. So hopefully he's not looking at the leaderboard.
So Brody Malone, we saw him on pommel horse. Really, in my opinion, one of the best U.S. male gymnasts ever. And he had a devastating knee injury in 2023. We talked to Brett McClure before the competition today, and he said, I didn't think Brody would ever do gymnastics again, let alone have a great shot to make the Olympic team. And that is a new skill he's been working on during this knee injury recovery, that Maltese press to planche. Huge difficulty. Nice inverted cross. Rings in day 1. He had a good routine, but he overshot his dismount. I talked to him afterwards. He said he got lost in the air, which is a relatively easy dismount, but he's been starting to spot the floor. And ironically, spotting the floor didn't work out too well day 1. We'll see if he can clean it up here. Obviously landing on that reconstructed knee, something he's had to relearn in the last few months. But what a great ring routine here. Just a couple small hops. So I'll tell you what, 2 events in, those are 2 events it looks like Brody Malone could help Team USA.
Yeah, all smiles because he's absolutely going to better his 12.85 quickly. Riley Luce on floor is a big name in this competition that's looking to improve in the all-around standings, coming in that 5th place spot.
Currently, though, in 8th after those first 2 events, but he did do high bar. High bar, a low-scoring event in men's gymnastics. So if you keep yourself in the mix after high bar and also after horse, which is a low-scoring event as well, you keep yourself in the mix after those 2 events, and you are giving yourself a shot. He'll finish on vault, which is a high-scoring event for him. So again, remember, top 5 all-arounders automatically make the national team. That is what Riley Luce wants to be. But after that, the top 5 point getters on each event, or total for across all 6 events rather, make the national team as well. Nice 2.5 front layout. And when I say point getters, if you win an event, you get 10 points, all the way down to 1. The top 10 athletes get points. It goes down with each place. So you add those up cumulatively. It's a tough word, Sam. Across all 6 events, and that is your points total. Shane Wiskus was the high-scoring points total person day 1. He had 40, to give you an idea. Jaden Blank now on high bar from Army. Nice Tkachev. Good air time. Jaden doesn't have that big release skill like we've seen throughout this competition, the Kovacs or the Coleman, but it's pretty clean. And he does one of the most important things, he sticks the landing.
Stuck the landing. Execution and cleaning up those little details is really the focus of this year. Jeremy Bischoff is up next on floor, but I can't help but think back on my conversation with high performance director Brett McClure on the focus. And this quad, they did something a little bit different, where year one, they wanted to add all of the difficulty. In fact, they implemented a bonus structure that would incentivize and take away the risk of doing as much difficulty as possible, because they knew there would be mistakes with more difficulty. Year two, the goal was to push the difficulty, but also focus on increasing the execution. So they did that, and now we're in year three. It's a shorter year because of the Olympics last year, but they want to keep the difficulty as much as they had it, not increase the difficulty, and increase the execution. That's a lot there, but really important to note that the focus is increasing the execution right now.
Jeremy Bischoff, 7th place after day one, currently has moved up 1 spot to 6th in the all-around. Jaden Blank on high bar, 12.85. Oh, a little short on that. Brody Malone on rings, 14.05.
And this is an event where USA has struggled with staying in bounds and sticking those landings. So it's crucial that they find those controlled landings just like that.
Riley Luce on floor exercise moments ago, 13.6. Two and a half twist to finish, probably a 3/10 hop there to finish that routine. And that's the hard part about landings on floor, Sam. Sometimes they look perfect, but the judges always seem to find a way. You know, if you land with your hips bent too far, your shoulders too low, a hop can go from a 1/10 hop to a 3/10 hop with just, a matter of inches. So what looks like a clean landing in some cases could be 4 to 6/10 off. So it's a tough event to get evaluated on. Now Alex Diab on rings, one of the best in the world on this event.
The reason he's so good on this event is because he has that high difficulty score. He starts from a 6.1, but he's great on this event not just because of that, but also because of his execution. He got a 14.75, which put him in first place on this event after day one. And he was about 3/10 ahead of the second place winner, which is Donnell Wittenberg, another amazing athlete at rings.
And Alex is not eligible to win that individual spot here on the still rings to make that national team. Certainly he can win rings, but his start value needs to be amongst the top 3 from the event finals at last World Championships, and that would mean it would have to be a 6.3, and that was a great finish. And if he does the same routine he did day one, he's not going to meet that requirement, but that was fantastic.
This is going to be a big score. I mean, he's really solidifying himself in that first place spot. But speaking of the guy that's ranked second on rings coming into this competition, Donnell Wittenberg, high-flying, dynamic gymnastics. It's usually what you get from him. Lots of difficulty.
And this has historically been a challenging event for Donnell. Certainly capable of big gymnastics. We'll see if he does it. He's capable of the Casina, double twisting, or a full twisting, double layout over the bar, and that was it. And that was done really well, about as good as I've ever seen him do it. Donnell sitting in 7th all around after the first 2 rotations. That right there needed to go to a handstand. That was probably at least a 3/10 deduction for missing the handstand position.
But if he can make this routine, he's definitely going to improve his high bar score from day one, which is going to help him in the all-around standings. He's looking good.
That was great. There were some execution deductions. I would say the biggest thing are handstand positions on some of those skills. But yeah, absolutely, Sam. He scored a 12.65 day one. That absolutely should go up.
Wow. Drilling the landing. That was textbook. Yurchenko full.
From Garrett Bronton, 14.15 on that vault. Cameron Nelson, who saw the triple back on floor exercise in the first rotation. Now here he is on the still rings. Casimiro Suarez, one of his coaches, a Cuban star back in the 80s. The head coach at Ohio State's also here, Rustam Sharapov, Olympic gold medalist from 1996 for Ukraine.
And this is a good event for him. He got a 13.55 after day one. I just really appreciate his gymnastics, and I think it's an athlete that we're going to continue to hear his name.
Nice legs together plunge. Got to hold these strength moves 2 seconds. Positions in the strength moves. Hold times and positions, something Brett McClure, high performance director, talked about improving this year. Maybe not adding strength skills, but perfecting the ones that we are doing. Good routine, double twist and double back.
Wow.
Boom.
You know, a focus on this event that the high performance director told me is they were not sticking any dismounts, so they want to see those landings. And when you see guys showing up that way, it speaks volumes.
Donnell Wittenberg on high bar, a 13.1, so big improvement from day one. Now, Yul Moldauer, someone who's told us he may do an upgrade today. Again, that Casina, the same release move we saw from Donnell Wittenberg. Depends on warm-ups, how it goes, but we will see. This is an important event for Yul. Nice full talk.
We want to see the upgrades, Yul.
Half talk. Those are pretty close to a handstand. Judges are going to find something, but should just be a 1/10. Here we go. This is where it would be right here. Does it in the tuck position. Said if he doesn't do the Casina, he's going to do the triple twisting double layout. We'll see. It's a big dismount. Will he do it?
He's cranking. Oh,
he does it!
But he pulled in a little bit.
That is so difficult. Very few gymnasts in the world do that dismount. Does take a big step on the landing. That's the risk reward part, is you don't want to give away all that bonus when you land. But I tell you what, Yul is, again, he's bringing it. Here's Cameron Bach, third place after 2 rotations.
He came into day 2 in that third place, so he's the steady Eddie of the competition, just coming in and getting his job done. Ranked 5th on this event coming into the day.
And this historically has been one of Cameron's better events. Beautiful. That's the Healy twirl. Full turn on one arm. Oh! And he just gave away about 3 or 4 tenths on an A pirouette, and he is not going to be happy with himself. Definitely off a little bit. That whole sequence was basically a cover-up. Here we go. This should be the Bobzar. It is. Raj unfortunately left the booth a little bit too early.
I'm sure he's watching.
He's down there smiling.
Front row seat. He is smiling. I'm looking at him right now. A proud moment.
That is a Tippelt, that's called, named after former East German gymnast Sven Tippelt. Got through it. I know not the routine that he wanted. Had to work a little harder to cover up some mistakes in the middle of that routine. But not bad. Should keep him in the top 5. Now Shane Wiskus hit his first 2 events, but not as clean as he wanted to be. Maybe he can get that execution score we've been talking about, Sam, a little bit tighter here on rings.
Yeah, and his execution score was actually great on day 1, that 8.5, which is really good, but he's looking for that rinse and repeat.
Had a shoulder injury much of the last year or so, and he said it's finally healthy. He's finally able to train that ring strength full out. He said it's not quite back to where he wants it to be, but it's on the right track, and you can see good strength holds here. A little stronger in the next few months will go a long way to helping Shane Wiskus.
He told us during the practice day that this Winter Cup is a step in the process, not Olympic trials. So really his goal is just to continue progression forward and be better than he was the day before. And sticking that dismount is a really good step.
That was a great finish there. Much better than his first 2 rotations. Here's Josh Carnes moments ago. 2.5 twists. Had some trouble on day 1. Man, everybody's sticking balls,
I was just going to say, I don't know what's over there. It must be broken in from the weekend. Long weekend of gymnastics, I should say.
Ian Gunther now, the last gymnast to go on floor exercise. Had to pull out of parallel bars day 1. Had an elbow injury. Wasn't even thinking he would do those 2 events, pommel horse and parallel bars, that bother his elbow, but he went for it. Unfortunately, it wasn't happening there, and he's only doing 4 events today. By the way, we did not show it, but Fuzzy Bennis on high bar, he is in the 5th spot, had a high flying routine, nailed his twisting double layout dismount for a 13.2. Yul Moldauer 13.05 for his routine.
And good news, guys. We can't show every single routine. We're showing as many as possible. But if there's any that you want to rewatch or see again, you can go to the YouTube channel, USA Gymnastics YouTube channel, and they'll all be uploaded for you guys there.
Updating you on scores, Alex Diab on rings 14.45, Cameron Nelson on rings of 13.75. As we see Ian Gunther finish with that 2.5, unfortunate couple steps back. Shane Wiskus a 13.9 to finish out the rings rotation. And just finishing up on pommel horse, I believe that was Maxim Khan, Andre Khan's son, from Region 4 from Salto Gymnastics, a gym that I've been to many times. Salto's been around a long time, done an outstanding job with their program. Andre Khan competed for Belarus. I competed against him, Sam.
Wow.
He's good. He could do. There he is right there.
Gymnastics royalty in the house.
He's kind of a big deal. He was good. He could do a peach half to handstand back when very few in the world could do it. And I remember just thinking, man, if I only could do that. Yeah, he's good. So we're finishing up here. I believe Taylor Christopoulos will be the last gymnast to go here in this rotation. Taylor from Nebraska currently sits in the 4th spot. Again, top 5 all-arounders automatically make the national team. The next 5 point getters from the USA Gymnastics point system, where you are awarded points for finishing in the top 10 on any individual event. Those points are added up. That total points is then ranked in order, and if you are in the top 5 after the top 5 all-arounders, you are on the national team.
And that's really the first step to making the Olympic team. So I think even more than the women's Winter Cup, it's more important for the men because they are re-qualifying for the national team. Of course, that World's team is automatically qualified, so they don't have to worry about it. But it's the bubble guys, we'll call them, that are really trying to make a name for themselves, and they want to be in contention for the conversation of the Olympic Games of this year.
Yeah, and that's a good point, Sam. Keep in mind, Yul Moldauer, he's automatically on the national team. He doesn't even need to be here. This is a practice meet for Yul. It doesn't look like a practice meet.
It does not look like a practice meet.
He did have some trouble on pommel horse day one. That was really his only glitch in his competition so far, and I know he is eager to redeem himself on that event. That's where he can really contribute to Team USA. His strengths, pommel horse, parallel bars, floor exercise, but he's good on vault, good on the still rings. The high bar, which we just saw him perform, is an event where if he can just get that event up a little bit higher, if he could push a high 13, somehow get to a 14, man alive, it's going to be really hard to keep Yul Moldauer off of the Olympic team.
We talk about this year being the focus of execution as we watch Taylor Christopoulos get ready for his P-bar routine, scoring that 14.15 on day one, but execution is so important, especially on this event. When I was talking to Raj Bhavsar yesterday, he said, I want these athletes to ask themselves, where can I gain 3/10? If everybody on Team USA gained 3/10 on every event, imagine what that would do to Team USA's score. And so that's really the goal here, is just improve 3/10. It doesn't sound like a lot, but when you really break it down, John, 3/10
it's not easy.
That's
not easy. Taylor's routine here, just too many 1/10 deductions. You cannot move your hands. In a handstand, you can't even really reset your hands, even if it's not a step. He's had a number of steps, also hit his feet on the ground on a giant. Other than that, a clean routine. Nice gymnastics, just needs to clean up a little bit of those 1/10. They'll 1/10 them to death on the judges' sheet, but a hit routine, and again, trying to stay in that top 5 and get himself on that national team. So that will do it for the third rotation. More guests are coming to the booth. You don't want to go anywhere, people. We got a world medalist going to come up and join us. Don't go away.
Huh. Internet's out.
Want to hear a fun fact? Elbows are impossible to lick. I meant your own elbows.
Don't let bad internet ruin the game. Switch to the Xfinity 10G network and stream with ultra-low lag.
Wish you would have been more specific about your elbow.
Because it's only live once. Xfinity.
The U.S. Olympic team trials are coming to Minneapolis in June 2024.
This is the hardest team in the entire world to make.
They had dreamed of going to the Olympic Games.
See the best U.S. gymnasts compete to make the Olympic team.
And now, it all comes down to this.
Tickets are on sale now. Visit USAGymOlympicTrials.com or scan the QR code to learn more now.
There's no ordinary in gymnastics. Gymnasts have to fly above and beyond normal, and so does everyone around them. Every stitch we make here at GK is geared toward helping athletes reach higher, think bigger, and accomplish more. This extraordinary approach shows in our beautiful handcrafted, made in the USA leotard designs. Gymnasts sense the difference in the quality, fit, and function of a GK Leo. GK, be extraordinary.
Keep going. Keep working. Keep climbing. And always keep playing. With the exceptional orthopedic care at Baptist Health, with a skilled team of dedicated specialists, along with advanced services and procedures, it's no wonder most people choose us to help them keep moving and doing the things that move them. Find a Baptist Health provider today.
Well, it's halftime here at the senior men's day 2 competition. There's some juniors competing in this competition, so let's check out the pommel standings. In first place is Kieran Mindava, second Wyatt Reynolds, and third is Ethan Cox. You can see there's just not that much difference between first place and fifth place, so close one there. And then we're going to check out the senior leaderboard. After 3 rotations, we're headed in the 4th rotation, so again, it's a long competition, but Yule is still holding on strong. Shane Wiskus is still in that 2nd spot, and again, holding on to the 3rd place is Cameron Bach. But you're in for a treat because we have a very special guest, Paul Judah, in the house.
Let's go.
So I have a bone to pick with you because I was coming and I was excited to cover the men's and I was excited to cover you and watch you. But unfortunately, you're not competing this weekend. What happened?
Well, that's a huge compliment first, and I just want to tell and let everybody know I'm doing all right. I had a bit of discomfort in my elbow, and I would hate myself if I pushed too hard and I got injured. We've got a really long year ahead, and I want to say thank you to all of the national team staff. We worked really hard at this past Worlds, got a tremendous result, and now we're able to focus on the bigger picture. My teammate Fred and I, we've got big dreams this year, and we just don't want to get hurt before those can be accomplished.
You were such an integral part of that World Championship team, and the selection committee, and really the buzz around the men's program is the momentum shift.
Yeah.
What was the biggest impact for you being part of that team?
Oh man, all I wanted to do was contribute. I all my life I'd been an all-arounder, and competing only a couple of events in the World Team Final, it's a different vibe. You're doing it for the flag. You're not doing it for yourself anymore. So just being a part of that and standing on that podium with those guys, I'm going to relive that forever until something better happens.
Until you do it again this year. Let's go, man. Let's go. Yeah, it was fun to watch you guys. What an historic Worlds for you guys. It wasn't a perfect one, and he had some challenges, but what I loved about watching you guys is it got a little off the rails early, but you never stopped. You kept battling until that last routine when you got that medal. Talk about that journey from the tough parts of that meet to finally rallying and realizing you're going to stand on that podium.
All 5 of us had been on a NCAA program before, so we know what it's like to go first routine to the last routine, and we leveraged that, and I just want to say it felt like a competition just like NCAA, so we really used all of our NCAA strengths for that meet.
So for those at home wondering, well, will Paul be on the national team? All the world team from last year automatically placed onto this year's national team. So 6 members, including the 5, including the alternate. So he will not have to worry about that. But the elbow is just something that's been nagging you, or is there something in particular that kind of aggravates it more than something else?
I think some of my fans at home are going to hate it, but it is that Yurchenko double pike block.
Oh, no.
it definitely, I hammer that block. But what can I say? It's a great vault, and, harder stuff has been done, and people have competed on worse. So I'm just happy to be able to take a break this week.
Hey, I will tell you, you and Simone, there's been a lot of talk about you guys doing the Yurchenko double pikes and who's higher. Well, I had a chance to scientifically measure the height as we see Jeremy Bischoff getting ready to go on pommel horse, currently in 5th place in the all-around. I got a chance to actually do the actual measurements. You are a few centimeters higher than Simone, but full disclosure, your vault table starts at a higher point than Simone, right. So let's just say you're both great. Can we go with that?
Absolutely. Man, Jeremy Bischoff, awesome gymnast from Stanford. They're going for another defending national championship, and, I can't lie, we're doing our best to try and dethrone them this year.
Yeah, you guys were 2nd last year, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, a little trash talk. Feel free to trash talk right now.
No.
Talk his routine down. Maybe the judges will remember.
Don't let John bully you.
That was incredible. Jeremy did a great routine there, and Stanford's awesome. I have nothing. This sport, I'd love to say we have so much respect for one another. All right, Curran Phillips coming up next on vault, also a former Stanford gymnast and now at Evo. Man, this is going to be a great vault. Another Yurchenko style vault.
What do you think of Curran Phillips? A 3-event guy, but he has raised the level of those 3 events for him to the point where any one of those 3, I could see him being in a 3-up, 3-count scenario, a team final scenario, which is really probably one of the biggest checklist items for the selection committee. What do you think about what he's done and what he's put himself in position potentially for this summer?
Listen, I just think hard work gets rewarded always, and there's no doubt in my mind that he's been putting in that hard work. So what I want to see from this is just another clean vault so that we can see him in a 3-up, 3-count scenario.
He had a 9-1 execution score on day 1, and another very nice. What do the judges look for? Why is it so great when he vaults?
Yeah, on the Yurchenko vault, it's a little bit easier to get away with. It's a little bit easier to get a higher execution score. As you're going to watch here, it's only a round-off entry into the ground, and then he's going onto the table in a back handspring form. Most gymnasts are able to keep their legs together, whereas in the Kazumatsu vault, most gymnasts tend to split their legs right away. So with that Yurchenko vault, Man, that was clean, and especially just in the air.
Yeah, and just the amount of height he got off the table, that air time was beautiful.
We're told the triple twist is not out of the question for him, and we'll see him in the next rotation on his best event, the parallel bars, where he's not just the best in the country, he is the best in the world. And talk about another guy that just goes big. Power and difficulty. Donnell Wittenberg, here he is on floor, currently sitting in the 8th spot.
I mean, look
in the all-around.
Oh my gosh, that's a double twisting forward somersault to a double front. Oh, 2/10 connection combo. Beautiful. And this is just sky high. Look at this.
He did have an out of bounds on day one. So if we're talking about the execution as a focus for this year, this is an event where he can improve right here.
Yeah, I talked to him about his floor routine after day one, and he said, yeah, I just wasn't real happy with floor, and it's because of those little things, those hops, a little form in the air. We saw that double twisting, double layout was not quite stretched, and a little knee bend. So those are the things he's really focusing on.
John, you invented that skill, right?
The multi, yeah, I invented the one where your body's still flat on the ground. I can do it all day long, baby.
Man, I mean, just look at this. I mean, this routine is jam-packed with difficulty. 2.5 layout down the middle. I mean, just incredible.
And he looks a lot cleaner than he did on day one, staying in bounds.
Settling into himself, kind of.
Really?
I mean, that. All right, it's all down to this dismount. Full twisting double back coming up right now. Big dismount. Most gymnasts start with this as a junior. Wow, yeah.
Pretty clean. Small hop there. We'll see what the judges do. 13-4, day one. Cameron Nelson. This is actually his second vault. Having a better day from what we've seen than day one where he struggled. Handspring double front. Has a big first vault. 2.5 twist. That's much happier today.
Michigan and Ohio State rivalry always alive. No, I'm just kidding.
Go ahead. Talk some trash.
We'll be
This is not a trash-free zone.
We'll be traveling there in a couple of weeks, so really excited for that head-to-head format. And, of course, to all the fans, NCAA Championships is taking place in Ohio this year, Ohio State campus, so that's always going to be fun.
You talked about World Championships and the impact that NCAA competition had on your team, and I can't help but think back to 2008 where Raj Bhavsar was just sitting here, and the speech they gave each other before they won their medal was, hey, let's just try to qualify to state meet, to regionals. And, you know, to us it was so funny because it was the Olympic Games, but for them it was just about taking the pressure off a little bit, and it seems like that worked for you guys at World Championships, just treating it like an NCAA meet.
And that's exactly what we did. And here's one of my best friends, one of my teammates, Crew Bold, formerly a Minnesota Gopher.
You know it.
We picked him up, and he's been nothing but great. He's going to try and redeem himself here. He's going to do high-flying releases. It gets crazy from the first skill. Let's get it, Crew. Come on.
Yeah, had some trouble day one. He was trying to win this event and get that automatic berth.
Come on. Beautiful today.
Missed that day one, not today.
Settle in, nice and easy. I mean, he is one of the highest flying athletes. I mean, fans at home, that almost hit the ceiling. Oh, that's beautiful today. Crew's been doing so much work in the gym on his form. I mean, this is one of the best release sequences I've ever seen him do. He's really putting on. He really wanted to redeem himself for today's competition for sure.
You guys must have a heck of a time in that Michigan gym doing high bar between you and Crew and Fred, and holy cow, you got some high bar workers.
I do have a tooth to pick, though. We did. Oh, okay, Crew, come on. We are the high bar university at U.S. Championships. We did. Yes, baby. Sorry, fans at home. Attaboy, Crew.
Anybody whose ears blew up at home, we're with you. It's all good.
Oh my gosh, Crew, I'm so proud of you, man. I can't wait to congratulate you after that set. Way to redeem yourself.
On vault, looking to pull another event together. He put it to his feet.
13.95. That was moments ago. And here's Yul Moldauer on floor exercise. That is an upgrade. Better today than yesterday.
Yul came into floor ranked 3rd.
Talk about Yul on that world team. Obviously great gymnastics, but talk about his leadership and what that meant to the team.
I mean, honestly, a stalwart, really. He was our captain there. We didn't ever, assign that role to him, but he took it on personally. I remember man, just the leadership he displayed every single day. He would get us amped up almost weeks before the competition. He was sending us these, some people would think, corny messages, but man, they were amping us up. He's got emojis in there, the fire emoji, the purple like excited guy. But
the purple excited guy.
Yeah,
I gotta look him up.
And he was really just amping us up. He was letting us know this is our year. And man, I saw the emotion on his face the second he got that medal, because that's something he's been able to go to. He's gotten an individual medal, but he hasn't tasted that team one yet, and that one tasted so sweet. Great set for Yul today.
That was fantastic. Better than day one.
How do we get on that text message chain?
Yeah, can we?
Yul? I want to be pumped up every day from Yul. Maybe if enough people comment on this YouTube channel, he can start his own inspirational message of the day.
Just check out his Twitter. He's always sending fire tweets in there.
Crew Bowl, the 13.55 for that high bar routine. A 5.9 start value. I know he was trying to get a 6.2 start value. Not today, but here's Cameron Bach.
Attaboy, another one of my best friends, probably my best friend in life. I mean, just an amazing person. He's such a gymnast, such a great gymnast, and works so diligently, so hard. Beautiful German giants there. Oh, uncharacteristic error there. Come on, Cameron.
Cameron currently in third place in the all-around. Remember, top 5 automatically get onto that national team. Ooh, that was nice.
That was beautiful.
Right to it.
Silky smooth.
Silky smooth. I like that.
Yeah, we're gonna steal that.
And he's wearing the banana pants here today. Come on, finish up, Cameron. Okay, despite that small 5/10 backdoor error, Cameron, if he finishes this, it'll still be salvageable. All right. Picking himself up together after that P-bar rotation, a little bit out of funk. I've never really seen that on P-bars from him, and a little bit uncharacteristic on P-bars too, but I know that he's going to come back for the next 2 events. A nice hit floor set and a critical pommel horse routine coming up.
Now here's Connor Heary, Region 8 gymnast, competing with the juniors. Again, the top 7 juniors from the Elite Team Championship last night qualified to the event finals. Here he is on rings.
See that? That was silky smooth too.
Paul, we've been talking a lot about just how difficult it is to compete twice in one weekend. So explain the thought process and just how tired you are coming into day 2 here.
You know, I'd like to say it all comes down to your preparation. Of course, there are days that are really difficult in the gym, but when you come to a competition and you know you only have to do one routine on an event,
that was beautiful.
That was silky smooth.
Wow. There's a lot of silky smoothness going on right now.
That was awesome.
And he's pumped up, man.
Man, that was beautiful.
To be a junior and come out here and rock your routine, how great does that feel?
And it goes back to that training, right? And you know, there are some days when you're doing 2 or 3 sets per routine, per event on at each practice. So to come out here sometimes, if you're conditioned well enough and if you've prepared well enough, 1 on 6 is a light day. I know somebody like Yul completely feels that. I swear that guy's doing 4 routines on an event some days.
Taylor Christopoulos now from Nebraska on high bar, backdoors that skill extra swing. That's a big break. Again, Taylor in 4th place coming into this rotation. So guys with an opportunity to make a move, kind of letting it slip by just a little bit.
You know, in gymnastics, we talk about how sticks can be contagious, but unfortunately, sometimes falls can be contagious too, as much as you don't want that to happen.
Come on. An amazing guy right here. I just have a lot of respect for Taylor. I've known him for most of his college career, and he's a really great person, and I'm really proud to see him succeed so far for Nebraska. Wish we had him.
Yeah, he does a great job for the Cornhuskers. Been had a chance to watch him over the last couple of years at the Big Ten Championships, and nice double twist and double layout to finish. Unfortunate break there in the middle, but he will still be in the hunt for that top 5 despite that mistake. Matt Cormier now from Penn State mounts the parallel bars.
And it's so awesome to see all the representation from all the NCAA teams here. I mean, I just love it. It honestly sometimes does feel like a little bit of a college meet. We've all got our little cliques and whatnot, so it's definitely fun at these meets to be able to travel with more guys. I know Penn State's got a few, so it always is nice to have a friendly voice in the crowd cheering for you.
Cameron Bach, 12.7 for his high bar routine.
Salvaged a little bit there, yeah.
Connor Heary on rings, the junior gymnast, a 13.554. Not quite in the lead on that event. In the medals right now.
Execution score, it looked like. 9.25, yeah, beautiful.
That's, you get in the 9s on your execution score, you did something right.
Especially on rings.
Yep.
I had a chance to speak with Brett McClure, the high performance director, and he was saying that there's legitimately about 10 guys that have a chance at making the Olympic team. Does this feel tougher when you think back to other quads to make this Olympic team?
I would just want to say that's the best case scenario, right? If you want to be a super selfless guy and say that the amount of talent that we have to make an Olympic medal, you want as many guys as possible, and you want the team that goes out there to be the one that can bring home the medal. And Landon's not going to be happy with that. But
Landon Blix on high bar. This is 3 for 3 mistakes over there.
Just like you were talking about,
Yeah.
Why
is that?
I think Paul just jinxed him, honestly. He came up here and guys start making mistakes. Sam, do you think that's what happened?
No,
Crew hit a rock star 10 for 10 routine.
But that's definitely part of it. It's really hard. We talk about the bubble on our team a lot and maintaining that focus on only what's going on around you and in front of you and on your team. And at these meets, it's really easy to take a look over your shoulder and think somebody else is doing so good or whatnot, or what score's going on. And so I think sometimes you just get a little bit too involved, and then the next thing you know, you're up and you haven't done any of your affirmations or any of your focus. But going back to that Olympic team question, you just want to have the best group of guys go out there and come home with a medal. Honestly, as someone who's received a medal at the World Championships, man, all I could hope for is that at the Olympic Games, whatever team it is, does the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But the talent, it's enormous this year. It's enormous.
Adam Lockamy now on the still rings, the last junior to go. The score to beat on the still rings, a 13.369.
They are
Check
all
that
right there.
13.388, actually. That is Nathan Roman.
Big strength skill for a junior there. A Yamawaki to a cross. Beautiful.
And we know, just speaking with Brett McClure, that the emphasis is on the difficulty, especially for these juniors. So they want them to come into the senior level with a crazy amount of difficulty, so the focus is just the execution, and we're really seeing that show up here, right, Paul?
Yeah, and I've had the pleasure of going to several national team camps that are junior and senior combined, and I'm going to be honest, there are a lot of juniors that are able to do skills that some seniors can't do, and their intensity, their energy. I remember what it was like being 15 and 16 years old. I still got that energy, but the pain definitely comes along with it.
Nice job there. And I'm going to correct myself. Connor here, he had a 13.554, so that's the score to beat for the juniors on the still rings. Riley Luce will be the last gymnast to go on pommel horse. Actually, the last gymnast in this rotation. We're waiting for Blake Soon's pommel horse score. Riley currently sits in the 7th spot in the all-around. A little bit of work to do to get back up into that top 5. Fuzzy Bennis, who has been right around that top 5 throughout this competition, 6th place coming into this rotation. He was on floor. That's a 13.8. So that just gives you an idea. He was the gymnast right ahead of Riley. So 13.8. You got to think Riley's got to be targeting that number. Tough to get a 14 on horse, though, right?
Absolutely. But, I mean, Riley's just so strong in his upper body. He really has that plange strength, we like to say, plange and Maltese, and you're going to see him use it here. You hope he doesn't, but he's able to.
What are the judges looking for on this event?
For that skill particularly, you want to see silky smooth like we've been talking about all broadcast so far. But so far, this form looks great. Riley's got a really good handle of the pommel horse. He's got a decently open swing. Of course, he could be a little bit more open, but, I mean, you want to stay on at the end of the day and try and pack as much difficulty as you can.
And for Riley, just hit pommel horse, and even if he doesn't move up in the standings, he's got rings and vault to finish. 2 big scoring events. That was about as good as Riley can do it, though.
He's going to be really happy with that one. You can see that.
A 12-1 day 1 on pommel horse.
That's definitely going to go up from there.
You heard it from Paul Judah. The Michigan Wolverine never lies. Paul, I got to say, Sam, I think you would agree with me, this segment's been silky smooth.
Yeah. You took the words out of my mouth, John. I was turning around telling everybody, we got to get him back on the show. I mean, I guess we got to get you back on the competition floor,
first.
But then after you're done, we got to get you back here.
Oh, I'd love it. I've had a lot of fun today, and really happy to see a couple of really good routines from the Michigan guys, and just want to say to all my fans, thank you. I'll be back soon, and go blue.
Hey, tell everybody where they can see you next. Your schedule coming up, because you got a college season, then NCAA, so tell everybody, hey, where can they tune in?
Absolutely. Well, the first thing I want to say is next year, NCAAs and the Big Ten Championships are going to be hosted in Ann Arbor, Michigan. So come down, come watch. I want to pack that meet. It'll be my last competitive collegiate season meets, and really can't wait. Hopefully bringing home a title just like my role models, Sam and Hub and Jordan and all those guys. I watch them do it, and I want to do it myself. So, yeah.
There you go. Well, and follow them this season. See if Michigan, can they dethrone the champs? It's going to be tough, the Stanford Cardinal, but if anybody can do it, it's guys like Paul Judah right here. So
and shout out to all the boys watching at Golden. Love you guys. Thank you all for the support. Go Team 80.
Golden, is that a bar?
No, that's our house. Come on, John. I don't do none of that.
Come on.
I had to ask. All right, that's going to do it for this rotation. Thank you, Paul, for joining us. 2 more rotations to go here in Louisville, Kentucky. Don't go away.
We're going to breathe. Yep, just breathe. You and me, breathing together. If you can control your breathing, you can control your run.
Come see the stars of USA Gymnastics at the 2024 Core Hydration Classic, May 17th and 18th at the Excel Center in Hartford. Cheer on Olympic medalists and world champions as they compete for a trip to the national championships. Watch the excitement when Team USA's future legends take the stage. Tickets on sale now. Visit CoreHydrationClassic.com for more information.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years. When I have customers come in and ask for something for memory, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works, and I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good for me. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription.
Come see Gymnastics' biggest stars at the 2024 Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships, May 30th to June 2nd at Dickies Arena in Fort Worth. Don't miss the excitement as U.S. gymnasts continue down the road to Paris 2024, where Olympians, world champions, and new stars vie for national titles and a spot at the Olympic trials. Tickets on sale now. Visit usgymchampionships.com for more information.
Beam Queens! I'm so excited to welcome you to the world's best beam party where you'll get the opportunity to work with Olympians, NCAA champions, All-Americans, and other gymnastics experts. I mean, could you imagine never falling off the beam again? We'll teach you the triple threat to make that happen. We have 5 rotations each day to work on your skills, drills, choreography, and mental training. You'll even get to work with a judge so you can earn those extra tenths next season. So if you want to make new friends, gain confidence, and join the greatest gymnastics community in the world, Beam Queen is the place for you.
Welcome back to the Kentucky International Convention Center. We are getting through day 2 of this men's competition. We're starting with the juniors. Here in first place on rings, Adam Lakami. In second place, Connor Heary. In third, rounding out the top 3, Nathan Roman. Great difficulty that we were seeing from these juniors. Love to see them. We have a special guest that I know is loving to see all the difficulty from the juniors. But let's check out the senior standings. After rotation number 4, Yule, Shane, and Cameron, they have been consistently in the top 3. We've seen some changes in the 4 to 8, but they have 2 more rotations, and they're looking to capitalize on that. But Brett McClure is joining us again, high performance director. What are you seeing from these guys here on day 2?
Oh man, it's a fight. It's a lot of fun seeing some great hit routines, and you know, I can't wait to watch these last couple rotations and see where everyone ends up.
How about Yule? I mean, he's old. He's a veteran, man. He's been around a long time and got a lot of tread on the tire, like wear on the tire, but he looks like he's 18.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have to compete either day here. He's on the national team, but not only did he not just do one day, he did both days, and he looks as fresh and strong as literally anybody on this floor.
Yeah, he is very unique and loves to compete. We try to hold him back, but I've learned over the years of working with Ewell that you just got to let him go.
Speaking of great athletes, nobody better in this country on this event, maybe in the world, Curran Phillips.
He showed us a 6'9" start value on day one. Currently in the lead coming into this. This is an important routine for him.
Yeah, and those upper arm elements that he does makes it look so easy. They are so incredibly difficult.
He's never done that sequence better that I've seen him do. Those first 4 skills, unbelievably difficult and flawless.
Yeah, this is a big deal for Curran right now. Looking to hit 2 days in a row.
Saw him do a great vault, which he can also upgrade. He's going to do high bar in the last rotation as well, but this event, huge. This is his signature event.
And nails it with a stuck landing at the end.
Brett, you've never seen him do a better parallel bar routine than that. You can't honestly tell me that was unbelievable.
Yeah, no, it was absolutely amazing. He did a great job at Pan American Games as well. And over the last couple of years, he's had some mistakes, and I feel like, he's really turned a corner, stepping up the consistency. And like I said earlier, it was a big deal for him at Winter Cup to do 2 days in a row. So I'm really proud of him.
And he was the #1 points getter in that point system we've been talking about. He was the #1 points getter out of the guys that aren't in the top 5 in the all-around. So he's in position. I think, honestly, I'd be shocked if with just that parallel bar routine, he doesn't lock himself into a national team spot. In fact, I'm just going to say it. He will be on the national team based on points, and that's before he even goes up on the high bar.
Ewell Moldauer getting ready for pommels. He is currently first in the all-around standings, but had some trouble on this event, day one, looking to improve here.
Hugely important event for Ewell and for Team USA. He can contribute here big time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know he is motivated to finish this routine strong, unlike he did day one.
What's the key for him to hit a solid set here?
He's got to find his places to breathe. When he's under pressure, he tends to hold his breath. He tightens up a little bit, and so he runs out of gas toward the end of the routine. And so if he can find a spot just to, take a couple breaths, reset his circle, he'll fly that dismount right up to the handstand.
I mean, signature flare skills. A little slow on the dismount, Brett, but a 10th, maybe 3, but otherwise fantastic.
No, like I said, he was motivated to get that done today, and he stepped up and did it.
He's having a fantastic day, too, and that's really what you're seeing from these veterans. Some of the guys in this competition, we saw some falls early on, and it looked like they were just gassed from competing twice in one weekend, and not from Ewell, though. He tends to get better as the competition progresses.
Yeah, like I said, you just got to let him go, let him compete, and that's just how he thrives. It's where he gets his energy, from the crowd, from the fans. Just loves to compete.
Brett, here's a guy that we talked to you before this competition, and you had so many great things to say about young Josh Carnes.
Yeah.
What makes him great?
I mean, he can do every trick in the code of points. Just to watch him work out and have fun in the gym, just doing tricks everywhere, it's awesome. But he's had a lot of injuries over the years, struggled to stay healthy. So if he can get healthy at 100%, he can definitely contend for any team.
Wow, there's one of those skills, full twisting, double back, Coleman, it's called, over the bar. Looking good here. Those injuries you mentioned, one in particular, the back, has really slowed him down, but he said it's starting to feel better. Can do some upgrades, in particular on vault, but got to stay healthy over a long period of time to get that consistency up.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, that was a big routine for Josh. He's currently on the senior development team, and the only reason why he is because he had to scratch on day 2 of U.S. Championships last year because of an injury, just trying to be safe, and he had already put up the difficulty needed to meet that criteria to make his spot on the senior development team. So he really doesn't have to compete here at Winter Cup, but I know he wants to just take that spot on the senior national team, and then maybe let another young developing athlete take the senior development team spot.
So Fuzzy Bennis here on horse, 4th place after the last rotation. Brett, putting him in position to make that senior national team.
Yeah, this is a critical routine.
You know, he had some injuries before, but has come back. And what are you noticing about the growth in his journey?
Just the confidence. You know, he's been out a couple years because of some really major injuries. You never really know how you're going to come back like that, and he just rocked a pommel horse because he's really good at still rings, and it's a fairly safe event for him.
He's going to make the national team. He looks like he's put himself in position for the top 5, and the gentleman who was in second is Shane Wiskus here on a great event for him, the parallel bars.
Yeah, 2020 Tokyo Olympian. Day 1 leader.
He was 4th on this event after day 1 with a 14.8. That's a big number.
Shane's had a good day, but not a great day. I think day 1 he was a little sharper. He's had a few more execution errors today, maybe a little bit of that fatigue setting in. That was pretty good, though.
Yeah, you can see the smile on his face.
Get this, guys. Curran Phillips, the highest score of the entire competition so far, a 16-1. Here's the part that makes me a little bit mad as we see Cameron Bach on the floor exercise, currently sitting in 3rd place in the all-around. Judges found 8/10, Brett. Did you find 8/10? Let me just ask you. Inquiring minds want to know.
No, absolutely not.
Okay,
but, you know, I'm a little biased. I like USA. But a 16-1 is amazing. I mean, there's, I think, only been one other guy, Zhu Jingwan from China, that has broken the 16 mark on that event. And honestly, Zhu, too, I was like, you cannot find a deduction watching that routine. It's absolutely amazing, but somehow there's always a point off in execution somewhere. So I don't know.
I want to see the judges' sheets. I'm going to inquire. I'm going to go down there because where they found 8/10. And the problem is, an okay routine isn't separated enough from what I think that, you know, that's a 9-8-ish execution score in my book. I don't know. That's gonna just irritate me all the way home.
John likes to focus on the negative, but I'd like to think about the positive. What kind of impact does a score like that have on Team USA at the Olympic Games?
Yeah, you can add a point to your team score on one event, on one routine. I mean, that is a huge swing for that team. And, you know, if he continues to believe and hits consistently, you know, he's really putting himself in a great spot for the team, for the Olympic team, really. And he's got another fantastic event to finish on, and that is high bar, which is also critical for Team USA. You know, if you put yourself in a good spot for team finals of the Olympic Games, it's going to be the final event that you compete and see if you're on the podium or not.
Brody Malone has looked outstanding on his 2 events today so far. This is his 3rd. And just a miraculous recovery. You told me right before the meet, Brett, I didn't think he would do gymnastics ever again, but here he is doing routines, honestly, that he can contribute to Team USA today with these routines.
I am blown away by his recovery. You know, I was expecting an injury petition for Brody to try to get back on national team for the next few months before U.S. championships. And, you know, over the last few weeks, I've just been getting more and more videos from him that just show his progress, and I am in awe that he's competing here and competing so well.
What does he need to do? What's his path like to make this Olympic team?
If he keeps doing what he's doing right now.
I mean, he just stuck a double pike off P-Barn.
Taking the landings.
Yeah.
Consistent gymnastics. Well executed.
Yeah.
What more do you want from him?
Yeah, and he increased the difficulty on his still rings. I mean, added a couple strength elements. when you're recovering from an injury, sometimes that ring strength is the only thing you can do. So that was really showing up over the last couple days. And the swing on pommel horse, that was really, the best pommel horse routine Brody has done that I've seen. So
here's Ignacio Jockers, one of the best in the country, maybe the best in the world on pommel horse. Great start there. Interesting note about Brody. I believe he's got a petition put together already to make the national team here, but he is currently in the points on all 3 of his events. So he might not need a petition. He might just get in there.
Yeah, that was more of a hybrid petition. I am going to show you the progress that, I've accomplished. But just in case, I want you to know I'm coming back from an injury. This is a big routine from Jockers. I think he needs a 15.4 to get close to Patrick Hoops from Air Force.
Not going to be a 15.4. And man,
passed out at the end.
I saw the kitchen sink in there. I saw everything in there, and he went for it.
That was a beautiful routine. He is always a rock star on pommel horse. It was quite unfortunate that he took a 3/10 neutral deduction on day 1. He didn't start within the 30 seconds, but that's something to remember. These guys compete NCAA. There's different rules. The judge is the one that raises his hand to let you know. International and now, our domestic championships, you've got the green light system. Once the green light goes on, you have 30 seconds. And I know he was pretty upset, but wanted to knock out this routine and give himself a chance.
I love the all-out attitude, though. He was not holding back. He was bringing it all and just did not have enough juice. I've been there. I know that feeling. Lead weight from your shoulders to your wrists, and it's tough.
Yeah, and that was 3. Normally competes in the NCAA because there is that start value criteria to lock in your spot. If you win the event, you can lock in your national team spot. So he just really went for it.
Here's Michael Artlip. Yep, same. Beautiful. Brody Malone on parallel bars, a 15.0.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's insane. What a comeback. And he is in 3rd place on that event. So currently getting points on every event. He already was in the top 5 coming into today in the point system when you take out the top all-arounders. So it looks like Brody Malone's going to just make the national team outright. Nice finish from Artlip. Nails it.
Yeah, stuck landing. Yeah, that's incredible that Brody came out here and did as well as he did. And I know if he does make the national team, that him and his coach are still focused on the health and recovery. And, I don't think he wants to consider going to any international assignments in the next 2 months or 3 months. Really just kind of focus on the progress of his recovery and, add another event, which he happens to be the world champion on.
Well, he's technically not right now.
Correct, but
he wants it, man. He wants it back. He didn't have a chance to defend it.
Yes.
In his defense.
Yes.
Him and Daike Hashimoto, my gosh, those two going at it on high bar. That's a fun spectator sport in and of itself.
You talked to me about the execution and just the focus of where you want to see them at the Olympic Games. In terms of their execution, we're seeing a lot of stuck landings here today. Are you impressed with where their progress has been when it comes to the improvement in execution?
Absolutely. This is February. We have to remember Winter Cup has a history of being just a splat fest. John can attest to that.
It does.
It's, the first part of the season, right? So it's a wake-up call. It's kind of check, see where you are, where the nerves are, kind of get ready and see what you need to do for the rest of the year to be prepared for U.S. Championships, Olympic trials, and the Olympics. And they've gone above and beyond. The gymnastics have been very, very impressive. Right now it's a numbers game. You have to... And Sam, right? You have to get enough numbers where you can turn the brain off and the body takes over and automatically does that routine you've been training a million times. So that's what I want to see right now continue through U.S. Championships and trials and the Olympic Games, where they just don't even have to think. Raise your hand, go.
Yeah, we call that muscle memory, and Jeremy Bischoff is doing a good job putting it in the bank for his muscle memory on rings.
A little bit of a battle here going between teammates. Riley Luce and Jeremy Bischoff just separated by about a tenth and a half coming into this rotation. Both of those athletes just outside of the top 5 in the all-around.
Oh, wow.
That was good. Riley Luce a 14.2 here.
Yeah, you know, Jerry really needed to stick that landing. Riley has the advantage in the start value, and he's very strong, and that's the reason why Riley has been on so many national teams, Pan Am Championship teams. Jerry has been a senior development team member for about a year and a half or so, and he just broke into actual senior team U.S. championships, which was a big deal.
What'd you like about this?
It was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome. Like I said yesterday, or day one, right? Like, it's all about the execution of the technical aspect of the dismount. Now, it's easy to let go of the rings a little bit soon, twist a little early because you're trying to look for that floor. But he was patient. He kept his head neutral, turned over, held on the rings very long time so he get that lift, right? And then you just drop right into that stuck landing.
Nice double twisting double back to finish that routine for Jeremy Bischoff. Now, Landon Blix, the Michigan Wolverine. Taylor Christopoulos, the Nebraska Cornhusker, right before him. He was 8th coming into this rotation, 12.15. So maybe an opportunity for some of these athletes to move up the standings, jockeying for that top 5 spot in the all-around.
This is a big deal for Landon. He's had a really tough weekend and had such an amazing training over the last few weeks leading up to Winter Cup. Oh man. You know, I just was really hopeful that this Winter Cup was a chance for him to break into the senior national team. I mean, again, he retains his spot on the senior development team, so we'll at least get to continue our progress. And he has made significant progress in difficulty over the last year. And like I said, the first part of this year at Michigan, he's been crushing it, looking fantastic in the gym. So, you know, I'll see him bounce back.
We had Paul Judah in the booth with us. We were talking a little, trash talking a little Stanford-Michigan rivalry. These two teams, man, I'll tell you what. I mean, not to count out teams like Oklahoma, but they're going to have a little battle going at the NCAA championships. Are you going to be there to watch it firsthand?
I wouldn't miss it. It's going to be fantastic.
What's the goal of the senior development team? You mentioned how important it is and the impact it's having on athletes like Landon.
Yeah, it's just really important to have them see what the senior national team does at national team camps. You know, take them on an international trip, what it's like to represent Team USA. What are the expectations? What is the team culture like? And how to train properly every single day, you know. So I think it's been very successful, and these guys, you know, deserve a chance to actually develop, right? Like, it's really difficult to keep all this difficulty in when you're just trying to make a team. But if you have the comfort level of, I've got an entire year, why not, you know, try the new skills on floor exercise or whatever that may be on whatever apparatus, you know, gives them the flexibility to push the limits a little bit more.
Landon Blix finished that routine with a beautiful triple twist and just daggered it into the floor. Unfortunate mistake on a double twist, 2.5 twisting double back to open, but that floor routine, man, look out. If he hits that clean, that is a big start value and could score very well, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's got some hops, and I know he slipped on vault day one, but in training, the videos that I've been getting, Yurchenko double pike, absolutely phenomenal.
Caden Clinton will be the last gymnast here in this rotation. Comes out of Cypress Gymnastics Academy, a gym that has produced some outstanding gymnasts over the years, most notably Jonathan Horton, Olympic medalist, world medalist, one of the best American gymnasts in history. And here's Caden, who's, you tell some people that might not know Caden that well, you know, what's his pedigree? What can we hope to see from him in the years to come?
Yeah, he's a rising star. I mean, ever since he went through the Future Stars program, scoring 10.0s on his technical sequences, he's been awesome. I expect big things for him. He's right in that age range, 18 to 20 for the senior development team. So if his difficulty increases, it'd be a perfect landing spot for him to begin his senior career.
Landon Blix, by the way, a 13.6. Still a pretty good score despite that mistake. Nice full-in mount from Caden.
Caden's been growing quite a bit over the last couple years as well, so it's a very difficult time for a gymnast to get used to their new body, you know, how you need to increase your strength and your core strength and maintain that flexibility. It's hard, you know, and sometimes some athletes just don't ever get out of that stage, and he's looking like he's doing really well.
And people need to understand, too, it's almost counterintuitive to do gymnastics while your joints are trying to go. It's like they fight against each other. And, doing a double layout and you're, 5'1", and all of a sudden you're 5'4", the physics just make it a lot more difficult. So I remember as an athlete, it's frustrating. And you feel like you're just treading water. And if you finally can get through it, man, and continue to grow, it'll pay dividends down the road.
Absolutely.
His form is just impeccable. Every little detail, it's a stunning routine.
Fairly simple double twist there to finish.
No, that was good for Caden. I talked to his coach, Tom Meadows, and he said they were going to take a little difficulty out for this competition and really just try to focus on the execution, and that was a great flow routine. Well, Brett, had a great year last year. Don't mess it up this year, man. No, you guys got us excited. I mean, I tell you what, I was a fan when I was on the team. I wanted to win, but man, it's the passion for me is still there, cheering this team on, and I love being at that World Championships and 4 medals. I'm just trying to keep my objectivity while I do my job, but it's so fun to watch. And I know for people who've been fans of men's gymnastics for decades in this country, we're excited, and it's such a fun group to cheer for. They're easy to get behind. If you love big-time athletics, whatever sport, these guys are easy to cheer for, right? Yeah, I mean, you took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, they're so much fun. They're absolutely genuine. What you see on the floor is really happening. They really support each other that much, and it's so much fun to be a part of. I'm just thankful that I get to be there with them. Well, let's go. Let's have a great 2024. Thanks, Brett, for joining us. Keep working hard. You're doing a great job, and for you guys, don't go away. One more rotation to go. We're going to crown a Winter Cup all-around champ.
Huh. Internet's out.
Want to hear a fun fact? Elbows are impossible to lick. I meant your own elbows.
Don't let bad internet ruin the game. Switch to the Xfinity 10G network and stream with ultra-low lag.
Wish you would have been more specific about your elbow.
Because it's only live once. Xfinity.
The U.S. Olympic team trials are coming to Minneapolis in June 2024.
This is the hardest team in the entire world to make.
They have dreamed of going to the Olympic Games.
See the best U.S. gymnasts compete to make the Olympic team.
And now, it all comes down to this.
Tickets are on sale now. Visit USAGymOlympicTrials.com or scan the QR code to learn more now.
There's no ordinary in gymnastics. Gymnasts have to fly above and beyond normal, and so does everyone around them. Every stitch we make here at GK is geared toward helping athletes reach higher, think bigger, and accomplish more. This extraordinary approach shows in our beautiful handcrafted, made in the USA leotard designs. Gymnasts sense the difference in the quality, fit, and function of a GK Leo. GK, be extraordinary.
Keep going. Keep working. Keep climbing. And always keep playing. With the exceptional orthopedic care at Baptist Health, with a skilled team of dedicated specialists, along with advanced services and procedures, it's no wonder most people choose us to help them keep moving and doing the things that move them. Find a Baptist Health provider today.
Welcome back to Winter Cup. It's the last and final rotation of the men's competition. Let's check out the junior standings on vault. In first place, David Ramirez. Second place is Janosuke Iwai. And third place, Gage Kile with a 14.55. Some really great scores there. All those juniors are really hanging in this senior division and gaining that experience. Check out the senior leaderboard. And you guys are probably getting tired of us saying this, but the top three have been the same. You'll know Moldauer, Shane Wiskus, and Cameron Bach. But Fuzzy Benes is only trailing Cameron Bach by 1.5 tenths. So could be some interesting stuff happening, possibly some movement in this last and final rotation here.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Top 5 all-arounders automatically make that senior national team. And right now, Riley Luce sitting in that spot. I don't want to break my arm patting myself on the back, Sam, but I told you when he went into Pommel Wars, just hit. He's got 2 great routines, rings and vault. I think he is in the spot to definitely make that senior team. Fuzzy Benes goes to rings. And again, a consistent event, an event you don't typically see major breaks. So if he can just stay strong there, hit his routine, he will be in good shape. The one that you got to watch, Jeremy Bischoff, he is on vault. So who is he trying to overcome? Really, Riley Luce on vault as well. He's about 8 tenths ahead of his teammate. 6 tenths ahead, rather. So I think he's got to beat Fuzzy Benes on still rings. He's got to beat him by about 7 tenths. His vault score has got to beat Fuzzy ring score by about 7 tenths to make that jump. And then you got Donnell Wittenberg, Taylor Christopoulos, and Josh Carnes there just looking for that opportunity should someone in front of them make a mistake. Kind of a drop-off between Wittenberg and Taylor, almost 2 points there. So you got to think there's probably 7 guys vying for those top 5 all-around spots.
You know what's really impressed me, just talking about the guys you listed, is Fuzzy Benes. He came into day 2 in 8th place in the all-around and has just been so consistent and has been steadily improving to where he is now. So I'm just really interested to see how he's able to finish this meet. But the man of the hour, Yul Moldauer, currently sitting in that first place spot, finishing his competition on rings.
Yeah, and here's the thing that I didn't mention, and I apologize, is Yule is already on the national team, so you can take him out of those all-around standings. So as far as national team is concerned, Shane Wiskus is the top guy in that top 5 all-around conversation. So we'll keep an eye on that. But Yule Moldauer, a good event for him. I wouldn't say his best of the 6, but sneaky strong. Doesn't look like doesn't have the huge physique you see from a lot of ringmen, but he's sneaky strong. He can do some good stuff here on the still rings.
Well, he is ranked 3rd coming into day 2, so looking to hang on to that spot.
He's got a 1.8 lead over Shane Wiskus, and he will, as long as he holds on to these rings and lands his dismount, he is going to be the Winter Cup all-around champ, back-to-back, won it last year as well.
And we ran into him last night, John, and he wanted this.
Absolutely.
It is not crucial for his journey. He has lots of titles and lots of first places, but a competitor like Yul always goes in to win it, so I know this is going to make him really happy.
If there was going to be any drama, he took it out.
Oh,
right.
What is happening on vault? These are textbook vaults over there. I am just so impressed with what we've been seeing in terms of execution on that event.
And that was Brandon Nguyen moments ago, 14.55 for that vault. Now Cameron Bach moments ago, the Michigan gymnast, as Sam said, 3rd all-around, really 2nd all-around as far as qualifying for that national team spot. Big skill here, Busnari. Well done. Big risk-reward skill. Nice one pommel work.
I think this is what Paul Judo would call silky smooth. Minus that leg separation right there.
Just a few small errors throughout that routine, but pretty well done. And that was a 13.7. Cameron Bach, in my opinion, has punched his ticket onto the national team. I think Baca's in. Ewell obviously already on it. That is one spot. Who are going to get the next 4?
You know, I really liked what Paul Judo was telling us about the depth in this country, because it's more than it's ever been. And so it hasn't been such a fight to make the national team like it is in recent years. And so it's really a huge accomplishment to earn a place on this year's senior national team, the Olympic year, might I add.
Saw Riley Luce just land over there on the right side. He did hit his vault, so we'll see what the judges do with that. Right in front of you, Kieran Mendava. And now Shane Wiskus was the leader after day 1, has not executed quite as cleanly as he did day 1, so dropped into second. He will not catch Yule Moldauer, who just put up a 14.2 on still rings, but finishing in the top 2 in the all-around, I think at this point, after everything Shane has been through, would be a huge accomplishment.
And this routine is big for him, coming in ranked 4th on this event. And remember, USA is a little bit weaker in this quad on high bar. So if he can deliver here, it's going to send a big message to the selection committee.
And this is a big moment right here. This is the skill that's given him trouble, but not today. Little form break, but did the most important thing, caught the bar. Oh, and that was on his fingertips. Woo.
You love the willpower grit catches like we're seeing. He is not coming off this bar.
This is not the full routine he's hoping to do later this summer. He has another laid out Tkachev. We saw him do 2 in a row there. He has one more that he can add, but not quite in the physical shape to do the whole thing, but it's close, and this is a nice way to finish. Just got to land this on his feet, which he does every single time. The question is, does he stick it? He does.
And it's the moments like this that maybe he doesn't have the full difficulty or the upgrades, but putting himself in those pressure situations is going to be so beneficial when he's at Olympic trials.
Here's Riley Luce. He did this moments ago. Front 2.5 twist, a little sloppy coming in to the mat. A 14.0 on what is a 15.6 start value routine. All right, we talked about the drama for that top 5. Fuzzy Bennis right in the hunt. Currently in 4th all-around, the 3rd highest all-around score amongst those athletes trying to get the locked spot.
This is a good event for him, not his best, not his worst, a really solid event. So the key for him is those execution moments like right here.
That was a good routine. That routine took place moments ago. A 13.6 is what he got, and that puts him 4th all-around amongst the athletes again, trying to make it onto that national team. And here's another one trying for one of those spots, Jeremy Bischoff.
He's having a good day.
And that was a 13.7. That puts him right behind Fuzzy Bennis. He is currently in the 5th spot of 5 for that automatic berth onto the national team, hanging on by his fingertips.
What an exclamation point, and knowing that he needed to stick the landing, incredible.
Matt Cormier now on floor exercise, gymnast out of Penn State. In my opinion, only one athlete left that can threaten the top 5 all-arounders, and that is Donnell Wittenberg.
It's a 1/10 out of bounds. We're seeing the yellow flag go up.
Randy Jepson, the longtime head coach at Penn State, still doing an outstanding job there. He's won Big Ten team titles, NCAA team titles, produced numerous national team members. Very clean side pass.
Another stuck landing. Finish that routine.
Triple twist at the end. little gritty. He needs a little work on his gritty, though.
Maybe he's tired. He just finished a floor routine. Give him a break.
Close circuit to Justin Jefferson. We need some instructional videos here. Now, Curran Phillips saw what he did on the parallel bars and the vault. Outstanding there. And this is an event that he's quietly, or maybe not so quietly, worked himself into the mix as somebody who could potentially help Team USA. 3 events where he's trying to make a case for himself that in a 3-up-3 count, he could do all of them in a team finals.
You say he's worked himself into the mix, but after day 1, he's in first place, John, and we just saw an incredible routine that he needs to hit consistently right now.
Big release coming here. Woo, very well done. Another one. No form breaks. Maybe a little late on his catch. Maybe a little bit of an arm bend if you're being hypercritical.
He's breaking them. So many release moves connected.
He had no business catching that last one. His fingers got longer. Because he got enough juice to stick this landing. This is big time.
Wow! I think his coach jumped 5 feet in the air to celebrate.
Curran Phillips is on the national team. You can guarantee it. Made it on the points system. Here's that dismount. 2 twists, 2 flips, spots the landing. The interesting part, that's a great example. His shoulders dropped to about the height of his hips. Could be a deduction, as silly as that seems in my book. Now, here we go. This is where the last of the drama, in my opinion, is going to take place. Donnell Wittenberg, I think he will make it on the point system, even if he doesn't finish in the top 5 in the all-around. But I don't want to leave it up to the point system if I'm Donnell. He can get in the top 5. Right now, Jeremy Bischoff is in that 5th spot for the automatic qualifying positions in the all-around. Donnell Wittenberg needs a 14.05 on this ring routine, one of his best events. He got a 14.45 day 1, but a 14.05, better than a 14.05, and he's automatically on the U.S. national team again. Beautiful Maltese, presses to the plunge. We saw Brody Malone do that, but I hate to say it, Donnell takes it to another level. And look at the Maltese, perfectly flat. The ironing board I used in my room earlier today is not as flat as that Maltese. That was absolutely perfection. And he has got the most difficult dismount being done, but he makes it look like the easiest. A double twisting, double layout. Wow, unbelievable. Donnell Wittenberg, that is going to easily put him into an automatic spot onto the national team. That is something special. You don't see ring routines like that often, if ever.
Garrett Bronin finishing his competition on floor. I'm just remembering his vault where he just stuck cold. Oh, out of bounds. You see with the yellow flag up right there.
And these floors, they've gotten springier and springier over the years, but the challenging part, it gets you up. You can do big skills, but you also got to land. And that springy floor has created new challenges where it benefits you on the takeoff. It doesn't necessarily make it easier on the landing. You can see Garrett kind of rebounding out of that pass, out of bounds. Curran Phillips on high bar, by the way, a 14.3. Oh, and more trouble from Garrett on floor.
Just looked a little fatigued throughout this routine.
14.3, the same score Curran got day one. So a tough floor routine for Garrett Bronson, but the score for Donnell Wittenberg, a 14.65. That puts him into second place on that event, but in the all-around, that moves him ahead, all the way ahead of Fuzzy Bennis. So actually in the fourth spot, bumps Jeremy Bischoff into the sixth spot for those automatic qualifying positions. So, man, a game of inches. Actually, Donnell and Fuzzy tied for that last automatic qualifying spot. Your Xfinity 10G powerful performance of today's competition. Yul Moldauer on vault. This was his first event. And a beautiful 2.5 twist. He was underscored, as you well know. I told you that, but we're going to move on. That was outstanding. What a day for Yul Moldauer. You almost could have picked any event for his Xfinity 10G powerful performance. He was just on his game. Our last gymnast to go here. Oh, and a little trouble from Danila Lakin, unfortunately. The junior group over here on parallel bars finishing up their competition. Oh, I was about to say beautiful Makuts, but just a little bit off to the side. Garrett Bronson for his floor routine in 11:05, and this routine has just gone sideways, unfortunately, for young Lakin.
I mean, that's the important thing about being one of the younger athletes, is to make the mistakes now, learn from them, go back in the gym, put in some more numbers to build up that muscle memory that we were talking about earlier.
Just a young kid, too. A lot of gymnastics ahead of him. Oh, nice finish, though. Beautiful double front. That is the last of our gymnastics, but don't go away. We have a special guest. Yul Moldauer, all-around champ, back-to-back all-around titles here at the Winter Cup. Man, we can't say enough great things about you. It's actually kind of disgusting how many nice things we're saying about you. Now, here you are. No, seriously, it looks like you're 18.
Yeah,
where does the energy slow down?
You know, I believe at some point every professional goes through a spot where they really got to find it mentally. You know, every athlete goes through the pain of waking up and not wanting to do it sometimes. But for me, I truly do love gymnastics, and I love being here. I love the environment. I love the people. And so every time I get here, I get this ball of energy. You know, I might not look this happy when I'm back at home, but when I come to meets, like, this is like my favorite time.
Well, you finished the first day in the second place spot. You came in today and you actually took a riskier path. You added some difficulty. So what was it about today that made you want to take those risks and for it to work out for you?
I was trying to replicate whether we go to a team event like a DTB or Pan Ams or Pac Rims or Worlds or the Olympics. You know, you kind of have your first day as qualifications, and then day two would be team finals or all-around finals or event finals. So for me, that was my approach. You know, I wanted to show, even though I did routines on first day, that I'm ready to go even harder the second day. I'm not going to be tired. You know, my mindset is this is the Olympic year. Everyone should be ready to go from this meet and forward. You know, we've got a lot of work to do. We've got a lot of good teams this year. So this is our time to really prove that we belong on that podium.
Any tricks in the bag yet? Anything else that you need to bring out and perform in your routine later this season that we can maybe keep our eyes out for?
Oh, yeah. You know, the double out with full is kind of like a timer set up for double-double. And, you know, one of these days, I promise you, I'll do the casino. But
you teased us. You teased us a little bit.
I did triple-double today, but I feel like, you know, everywhere else, it's pretty solid for the team. You know, that's my mindset. going into this year is what events can I help the team on, and I need to focus on those. And P-bars, I feel like it's high enough. I just need to show that I can be solid on it. Palm Morris, I need to be better on it. Rings, I can be a little stronger too. So, I think we're going in the right direction on my path of what I need to be for Team USA.
Well, you're getting older. You have a lot of experience in the sport, but you just keep getting better. Like John was saying, it is absolutely incredible that you show up. You already made the national team. You didn't even need to compete here at all. And to show up like this, as prepared as you are, I think speaks volumes about your intentions for Team USA this year. We had Paul Judah on, and he was talking about your leadership at World Championships and the text messages that you were sending. And
Who's the purple guy, by the way? There's some purple guy he mentioned.
I really want to know if John and I can be on this text chain for inspirational text messages. Maybe everybody watching wants a specialized text message from Yule every day.
Yeah, I mean, for me, my goal was, when we went to Worlds, I knew it was a young team. And I remember when I went to my first Worlds, actually, Sam McCulloch, Eddie, Donnell, Marvin, Alex Nandor, they were the big guys. And I was this new kid on the block, and they really invited me in and put me in a group chat and took me out to dinner and hung out with me every second. And I wanted to bring that to this team. I knew that everyone was going to say, oh, it's a young team. They're going to be nervous. But I was like, no, these guys have competed in the NCAA team finals like that. That is more nerve-wracking sometimes than World Championships. And so I wanted this group to feel like that we had each other's back. We could talk about anything. It was okay to be nervous. So that was my goal, is to get everyone in line with each other. And that's what I want for this team. I want everyone to be able to feel comfortable, everyone to share their stories, maybe things that people don't know about them. And I think once you do that, you become best friends, you become brothers, and you're going to want to go out there and do it for them.
We got us fired up for this summer. Rather, I say next summer because it feels like it's upon us so quickly. But you got us fired up, man. That last Worlds, 4 medals, a team medal, and we just are hoping you guys can keep that momentum going and keep rolling.
Oh yeah, that's another reason why I wanted to come here and be prepared. That was a fantastic achievement that we made for Team USA, not just the world team, but everyone on the national team and in USA Gymnastics. But that was last year, and right now we got to focus on this year. Use that momentum, but not hang on to it, and just let's attack Paris.
Well, congratulations on your all-around title here. I know you got a lot of work ahead of you. You're going to hear this a lot more, though, from people that are interviewing you. You're getting older, Yule. So you're what, 28 now? You're going to
27.
27. Okay, see, I've already aged you just since you've been sitting here.
He's getting older, but he's getting better. That's the thing. And so for him, it's just an incredible accomplishment.
And we're here to officially announce that you're going to go for 2028 in LA. Is that? Are we officially announcing that now?
Of course.
There we go. I had no idea, but we're doing it. Let's go, baby. All right, Yule, congratulations. Good luck the rest of the year. We're going to be, absolutely. We're going to be following you guys closely. So that is going to do it for the Winter Cup, man. What a great competition. Congratulations to Yule, to all the athletes that made the senior national team, and so long from me and Sam.
We're going to breathe. Yep, just breathe. You and me, breathing together. If you can control your breathing, you can control your run.
Come see the stars of USA Gymnastics at the 2024 Core Hydration Classic, May 17th and 18th at the Excel Center in Hartford. Cheer on Olympic medalists and world champions as they compete for a trip to the national championships. Watch the excitement when Team USA's future legends take the stage. Tickets on sale now. Visit for more information.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years. When I have customers come in and ask for something for memory, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works, and I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good for me. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription.
Come see Gymnastics' biggest stars at the 2024 Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships, May 30th to June 2nd at Dickies Arena in Fort Worth. Don't miss the excitement as U.S. gymnasts continue down the road to Paris 2024, where Olympians, world champions, and new stars vie for national titles and a spot at the Olympic trials. Tickets on sale now. Visit usgymchampionships.com for more information.
Beam Queens! I'm so excited to welcome you to the world's best beam party where you'll get the opportunity to work with Olympians, NCAA champions, All-Americans, and other gymnastics experts. I mean, could you imagine never falling off the beam again? We'll teach you the triple threat to make that happen. We have 5 rotations each day to work on your skills, drills, choreography, and mental training. You'll even get to work with a judge so you can earn those extra tenths next season. So if you want to make new friends, gain confidence, and join the greatest gymnastics community in the world, Beam Queen is the place for you.
In preparation for the award ceremony, we need all athletes that finished in the top 3 to please make their way to the rings area, please. Once again, we need all top 3 finishers to please make their way to the rings tower in preparation for awards. At this time, we present the Individual Apparatus Awards of the 2024 Winter Cup. We start the award ceremony with the awards on pommel horse. Third place among junior gymnasts, winning the bronze medal from Region 1, Wyatt Reynolds. In second place, winning the silver medal from Region 3, Kiran Mandava. In first place, the 2024 Winter Cup Junior Men's Pommel Horse Champion, winning the gold medal with a top score of 14.052 from Region 4, Maxim Khan. Here they are, your 2024 Winter Cup Junior Men's Pommel Horse medalists. And now the Senior Men's Awards for Pommel Horse at the 2024 Winter Cup. In third place, winning the bronze medal from University of Illinois, Brandon Dang. In second place, winning the silver medal from Evo Gymnastics, Stephen Netarosik. First place, the 2024 Winter Cup Senior Men's Pommel Horse Champion, winning the gold medal from U.S. Air Force Men's Gymnastics, Patrick Hoops. Here they are, your Senior Men's Pommel Horse medalists of the 2024 Winter Cup Finals. And now the awards for still rings for junior men at the Winter Cup Finals. In third place, winning the bronze medal from Region 1, Nathan Roman. In second place, winning the silver medal from Region 8, Connor Heary. In first place, the 2024 Winter Cup Junior Men's Rings Champion, winning the gold medal with a top score of 13.761 from Region 7, Adam Lacombe. Here they are, your 2024 Winter Cup Finals Rings medalists among junior men. And now the Senior Men's Still Rings Awards for the 2024 Winter Cup Finals. In third place, winning the bronze medal from University of Michigan, Javier Alfonso. Second place, winning the silver medal from Salto Gymnastics, Donnell Wittenberg. The 2024 Winter Cup Senior Men's Rings Champion, winning the gold medal with a top score of 29.2 from Evo Gymnastics, Alex Diaz. There they are, your senior men's still rings medalists of the 2024 Winter Cup Finals. And now the 2024 Winter Cup Junior Men's Awards for vault. In third place, winning the bronze medal from Region 4, Gage Kyle. In second place, winning the silver medal from Region 3, Chinosuke Iwai. In first place, the 2024 Winter Cup Junior Men's Vault Champion, winning the gold medal from Region 1, David Ramirez. Here they are, your 2024 Winter Cup Junior Men's Vault medalists. And now the 2024 Winter Cup Awards for senior men on vault, with 2 vaults required. In second place, winning the silver medal from Penn State University, Michael Artlip. In first place, the 2024 Winter Cup Senior Men's Vault Champion, winning the gold medal with a top score of 27.675 from Ohio State University, Cameron Nelson. There they are, your 2024 Winter Cup Senior Men's Vault medalists. And now, the awards for the 2024 Winter Cup Junior Men's Parallel Bars. Finishing in third place and winning the bronze medal from Region 3, Kieran Mandava. In second place, winning the silver medal from Region 3, Xander Hong. In first place, the 2024 Winter Cup Junior Men's Parallel Bars Champion, winning the gold medal with a top score of 13.761 from Region 1, Nathan Roman. Here they are, your 2024 Winter Cup Junior Men's Parallel Bars medalists. And now the 2024 Winter Cup Awards for senior men on parallel bars. In third place, winning the bronze medal from Evo Gymnastics, Brody Malone. In second place, winning the silver medal from 5280 Gymnastics, Yul Moldauer. First place, the 2024 Winter Cup Senior Men's Parallel Bars Champion, winning the gold medal from Evo Gymnastics, Corinne Phillips. There they are, your 2024 Winter Cup Senior Men's Parallel Bars medalists. And now the Junior Men's Awards of the 2024 Winter Cup Finals for High Bar. In third place, winning the bronze medal from Region 3, Kiran Mandava. In second place, winning the silver medal from Region 2, Kyle Jordan. In first place, the 2024 Winter Cup Finals Junior High Bar Champion, winning the gold medal from Region 8, Danila Lakin. Here they are, your Junior Men's High Bar medalists of the 2024 Winter Cup. We continue with the 2024 Winter Cup Awards for senior men on high bar. Third place, winning the bronze medal from Evo Gymnastics, Shane Wiskus. Second place, winning the silver medal from Stanford University Men's Gymnastics, Jeremy Bischoff. First place, the 2024 Winter Cup Senior Men's High Bar Champion, winning the gold medal from Evo Gymnastics, Curran Phillips. Here they are, your Senior Men's High Bar medalists of the 2024 Winter Cup. And now the awards on floor of the 2024 Winter Cup, starting with junior men. In third place on floor, winning the bronze medal from Region 5, Sasha Boganosiuk. In second place, winning the silver medal from Region 3, Jinosuke Iwai. In first place, the 2024 Winter Cup Junior Men's Floor Champion, winning the gold medal from Region 2, Kyle Jordan. Here they are, your Junior Men's Floor medalists of the 2024 Winter Cup. And now the Senior Men's Awards on Floor competition for the 2024 Winter Cup. Third place, winning the bronze medal from Evo Gymnastics, Shane Wiskus. Second place, winning the silver medal from Penn State University, Joshua Carnes. First place, the 2024 Winter Cup Senior Men's Floor Champion, winning the gold medal from 5280 Gymnastics, Yul Moldauer. Here they are, your 2024 Winter Cup Senior Men's Floor medalists. At this time, we present the Senior Men's All-Around Awards of the 2024 Winter Cup. Finishing in 5th place with an all-around score of 163.6. From Salto Gymnastics, Donnell Wittenberg. Fourth place from University of Michigan with a score of 163.85, Cameron Bach. Finishing in 3rd place and earning the bronze medal with an all-around score of 164.4 for Stanford University, Riley Luce. With a total all-around score of 167.45. In 2nd place and earning the silver medal from Evo Gymnastics, Shane Wiskus. The 2024 Winter Cup all-around champion with a top score of 169.75 from 5280 Gymnastics, Yul Moldauer. Here they are, your senior men's all-around medalists at the 2024 Winter Cup. Gymnastics fans, we are now just moments away from, for the first time, introducing to you and the rest of the world your 2024 Senior Men's National Team presented by Xfinity. And now please join us in welcoming your 2024 Senior Men's National Team, presented by Xfinity. Your 2024 Senior Men's Team USA members are Yul Moldauer, Shane Wiskus, Riley Luce, Cameron Bach, Danelle Wittenberg, Fuzzy Bennis, Curran Phillips, Brody Malone, Taylor Burkhardt, Josh Carnes, Jeremy Bischoff, Paul Judah, and Patrick Hoops. And joining them is Senior Development Team member Landon Blixt. Not present, but part of the team tonight, Asher Hong, Coy Young, Colt Walker, Fred Richard, and Kai Uemura as a member of the Senior Development Team. One additional team member will be determined and announced later this evening. The Senior Men's National Team, presented by Xfinity, will all receive Samsonite Proxys luggage to aid them in their goal of reaching Paris for the 2024 Olympics. Samsonite, bring on the journey. One more time, fans, let's hear it for your 2024 Senior Men's National Team, presented by Xfinity. Your 2024 U.S. Senior Men's National Team, presented by Xfinity. Many thanks to all of the athletes who competed here at the 2024 Winter Cup in Louisville, Kentucky. And congratulations to the medalists. Gymnastics fans, great thanks to you for joining us and bringing the noise to the Kentucky International Convention Center today, and for your support of USA Gymnastics athletes. We hope to see you at another USA Gymnastics event soon. Please have a safe trip home.